Hello and welcome to Mediamade, the show in which we, year by year, explore the movies, music, and TV that most invaded our lives. I'm your host, Rod Shadows, and I am joined by...
the first contestant, Jess. Also, you didn't say who you are.
I did.
You said Rod Shadows, but you didn't say your name. Who is...
Rod Shadows.
Fine, then take out my name. I'm the first contestant. That's my only name.
Jess.
No!
And if you're new to the show, welcome. This is a podcast where we talk about entertainment, but not, we talk movies, music, and TV, but we do it special.
We do it special indeed.
What we do is, this is a music episode, for example. We have taken a look at a list of every music album released in the year 2005. We go year by year. Mm-hmm. It's 2005. And we've decided which album each of us had listened to the most in our lives. Not necessarily our favorite. If it was our favorite, we'd be talking about my favorite band. This is the first time they have an album released in a year, my favorite band, and we're not talking about it.
And surprisingly, I'm sad about it.
Instead, we've got a different thing. I'll explain why. But yeah, so if we're the albums that most invaded our life from this year.
In 2005, I was making my own music.
Were you?
No. But I feel like this was about the time. No, it was a couple years before. Me and my sisters talked very seriously about starting a band with our cousins. None of us can play any music instruments, and only like two of us can sing. But we were ready to become the next
Girls Five Eva.
That might have been our name, or it could have just been the Cousins.
At this time you had to be like an acronym or something. It would be abbreviations of your names.
Oh my gosh, that sounds horrible. There'd be a lot of J's.
A lot of J's.
The J's would be the JDs. That would make sense because there's 3 J's, there's 1 D, and there's an S. The JDs. Dang it!
Triple JDs.
If I wasn't so terrified about what a time machine being real would do to society and to a lot of things, I would say I would need a time machine to go back and really talk us to become the JDs. Just think about it. We could have had a song on Scrubs.
I think really the JDs exist, right? Or is that the JBs?
I have no idea.
I think that's the JBs I'm thinking of.
I've never heard of any of them. So even if they did, we would have done it first.
I think the JBs are from the 70s.
I was born near the 70s.
Well, anyway, as a preamble, I want to share about like my own, because she's always into music.
This is true.
She's listening. 2005. She's listening to her own music. She's vibing.
I'm vibing.
We know what kind of music she likes at this point. If you've listened to the last several years of music shows,
excuse me,
she likes butt rock.
You're a butt rock.
She likes post grunge.
This is true.
But just like the last couple of years, we're both talking about rock albums. But my music journey is a little different. And if you've listened to the music shows up to this point, you know that Rod was bullied out of liking music in elementary school because he liked boy bands like NSYNC.
You would have liked our girl group, the JDs.
Probably not, because I didn't like any music. So I told myself, no music. I don't like it. I don't like any of it, which is very silly. But 2005 is, I think, when that changed. Because by 2005, the video game Grand Theft Auto San Andreas was out, and it introduced me to a lot of music that I like.
That's true.
Everything from like Guns N' Roses to like early 90s grunge to 70s funk, Toto, like that classic rock.
Something, 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 Africa.
Well, I mean, they had Hold the Line on there. That one. Free Bird.
No idea what that one is.
Lynyrd Skynyrd.
Who skinned Leonard?
And because of that game specifically, it was my gateway drug. And I started listening to classic rock radio because in scanning the stations at one point, I heard Toto's Hold the Line. And I was like, I know that song. I like it. And,
then you never left that station.
Classic rock radio, in addition to like borrowing my friend's iPods. So this is middle school, 2005. So my friends had iPods at the time. So I'd borrow them at lunchtime or whatever. And I'm listening, I'm getting into AC/DC and Beastie Boys and Sublime. Mm-hmm. And I'm listening to the radio, and I'm getting into Metallica and Nirvana and Offspring.
Offspring?
So, and that slowly my music taste started to grow. Okay. Christmas 2006. So a year from now. Show.
And almost exactly. Never mind. I'm not going to do that math. We just passed Christmas.
17 years ago.
Almost 17 years ago. Just over. A week over.
I got my first MP3 player. My parents were too cheap. I don't want to call them cheap, but they were frugal.
They were frugal. Your parents are not cheap.
They did not buy an iPod for me for Christmas.
You didn't need one.
They gave me a Nokia like MP3 player, like with a little nub.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Zune at the very least.
No, not a Zune. No. This thing was cheapo. It broke within like 2 months.
Oh man.
Like corrupted. Like I couldn't even like.
Oh yeah, I was going to say
import music to it.
I was going to say broke. You're so careful with your electronics.
This thing
corrupts.
This thing was.
It was also the age of Napster, so what could you have expected?
Well, I mean, I didn't even have Napster. I remember having to like give my friend Aaron my MP3 player overnight, and he would go home, download Napster album. Like I would give him like a list, like here's my playlist, bro. And he would download the music for me. So he's downloading like Motley Crue and Van Halen to my iPod, and then I come home and I'm like, cool. Because on Christmas I got 2 albums to import into my Nokia MP3 player. It was Guns N' Roses' Greatest Hits and a live AC/DC album.
Okay.
So that's 2006. And then around this point, I'm listening to the station here in Southern California is 96.7 KCal Rocks. And at the time, now they do like, I think their gimmick is like 90s to now, hard rock, right? And they might sprinkle in some 80s stuff. That's a lie. They always go further back than the 90s. But back in that time, it was like 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000, and today. I think it was like, 70s to today kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's just like hard rock. So everything from like, even late 60s, like Jimi Hendrix to Van Halen to Metallica to Nirvana to modern rock at the time.
Okay.
So I was getting a lot of stuff. And they were playing this band we're going to talk about in the first segment. So let me introduce that band and then I'll continue this story. Sorry, I needed a preamble because this is a very like formative year here where Rodney is. I'm into the music at this point.
He's changing from boy into slightly older boy.
Released June 6th, 2005, the breakout release and best-selling album of this American heavy metal band. That is City of Evil by Avenged Sevenfold. No doubt heard that song. You heard that song?
Yeah. I was on a Fuse and MTV.
Oh, yeah. This was an MTV hit, apparently.
Most of the songs we're going to talk about today, I heard before you.
Okay, so...
half of the songs.
KCal started playing Avenged Sevenfold because this was 2005-06. This song was like probably the biggest new metal song to come out. Like I think like during that season, like they would always say like new music, Oh, it's Avenged Sevenfold.
When you say new metal, do you mean like it was a new metal song or it is a new metal genre?
The new metal genre is gone.
Okay.
I think by 2005, like new metal as like a fad was over, and like there was still a bit of rap rock. Linkin Park was still doing like kind of the rap rock thing,
right?
But like new metal like is going away.
So you just mean a metal song that is
new metal songs because we are in the what's known as the new wave of American heavy metal.
Got it.
And Avenged Sevenfold rose up to become one of the shining lights of that movement. But at the time, I think it was like the new music they were selling was Avenged Sevenfold and then Disturbed new album at the time. Disturbed had a new album at that time. And 3 Days Grace as well.
Yeah.
Coming out that they were big. And that
are they metal?
New music. 3 Days Grace. Animal I've become.
Yeah.
But I didn't hear... They would have been playing that song we just heard, Backcountry. But I didn't hear that first. I heard a cover that they must have released it as a standalone single. It was a cover of Pantera's Walk.
Okay.
Respect. Walk. You ever heard that song?
No.
It's like a metal classic, Pantera. You know, it's a very popular metal band from the 80s and 90s.
It's called Respect Walk.
It's called the song's called Walk.
I don't know. Let me go into my mind palace and see.
I'm just gonna play Walk real quick from Pantera. Never heard this?
No.
Let me get to the chorus. Hold on.
No.
So that's like a metal classic. Apparently.
Got it.
I had never heard that song before.
Same.
But Avenged Sevenfold covered it. They released it as a single, and K-Cal was playing their cover on the radio. So that was my first exposure to Pantera in any form.
Okay.
Now at the time, because I was still new to the rock music, I was very picky. And I would, like my older sister, she loves Lamb of God and Kill Switch Engaged, and they were more extreme metal than what I was listening to like at the time. Metallica, like at that time, I considered pretty radio friendly, which is a little weird. And they didn't like growl or grunt or anything like that. Like they weren't screaming, right? Even though, so I heard Avenged Sevenfold's version of that song Walk, and I considered that screaming, even though it's more like chanting. They're just like fist pumping chants.
Right.
I considered that screaming, which made me pejoratively call it screamo, which it is not. But I was a stupid teenager, and I was like, no, I don't like it. Avenged Sevenfold, not my thing. Don't like it. I don't like that screaming.
They do a lot of growling and screaming in their music.
They did.
Yeah.
Now they don't. But
well, look, it's hard on the larynx, and age catches us all.
And we'll get to that. But I had written off Avenged Sevenfold, and that was like the only song I realized was them. But I also knew they were also playing Bat Country on the radio,
right?
And I didn't know that was Avenged Sevenfold. I didn't like connect it because the vocal style was so different.
It is, in fact.
It's because they were covering a Pantera song. So Bat Country would come on, and I was like down with it. My sister noticed, like, oh, you like that? You're like, she goes, that's Avenged Sevenfold, right? I'm like, oh,
yeah. Like, no, I did not.
So for my birthday, 2007, my older sister bought me this album for my birthday. City of Evil by Avenged Sevenfold.
Please don't say what age you were. Don't do it. Stop it.
Stop it. 15?
I was a freshman in college in 2007. I need to go sit in the corner and think about what I've done with my life.
I was 15.
Stop it.
So I it was like, one of like a half dozen albums on my MP3 player at the time. So I just had to, just listen to it because it was all I had. I'm listening to my MP3 player in health class. I'm like,
you're such a bad student.
I got nothing left. Well, listen, that health class was bunk. Okay, like I learned very little, and I think the teacher realized how much I was just disgusted by the fact that this was a busy work class. It was a waste of time.
So somebody got paid to be there.
I know, and I made her feel bad, I think, because I did.
Wow.
I think I dismissed her role in the class because it was like, this is a waste of time.
Yeah.
But she's there being paid to do a waste of time. So I don't know. Yeah. I was very rude. I was not a good person back then.
No. That's fine. We're barely good people now.
But yeah, that's what Avenged Sevenfold. I was there. It was there for my listening pleasure early on in my music listening career.
Yeah. Once you got back into it. Okay,
I heard this album at least a year before I heard my favorite band's release from this year. So
you've definitely, I get it.
This is it. City of Evil, Avenged Sevenfold. I will get into their history if you like.
Yes, because I was going to ask. I was going to be like, why is it an evil? Why are they called Avenged Sevenfold? Well, he's about to get in history.
Do you know what that's a reference to?
A book.
Yes. The good one, in fact.
Oh, the Bible?
Yes. Huntington Beach, California, 1999.
I've been there.
High school seniors Matt Sanders, James Sullivan, Zachary Baker, and Matt Went formed Avenged Sevenfold. So named after words spoken by Lamech, descendant of Cain, in Genesis 4 in the King James Version of the Bible. I've got it. I've got verses 23 and 24 of Genesis 4.
Okay.
And Lamech said unto his wives, Adah and Zillah, hear my voice. Ye wives of Lamech, hearken unto my speech. For I have slain a man to my wounding, and a young man to my hurt.
Oh my gosh.
If Cain shall be avenged sevenfold, truly Lamech 70 and sevenfold. So if Cain shall be avenged sevenfold for killing his brother Abel, then Lamech, who killed another man, and another man, I guess, he shall be avenged 77 times.
I shall now refer to you as ye husbands.
Well, ye just means the.
I understand. You shall be ye husbands. You will be plural and the.
So apparently, like, the band, like, they weren't even religious. They just thought that was, like, awesome.
Yeah.
Which is, like, a very metal thing to do. Like, if you need a metal band name,
go to the Bible.
Go to the King James Version of the Bible. You're going to find a good one.
I don't know, man. Jesus is pretty metal.
There is a subgenre called Christian metal.
I know. I've heard several songs. I get recommended a lot of wild things because both of our music mixes are on my YouTube.
I recommend Mortification.
No.
Australian thrash Christian metal.
I recommend Mortified. It's reading your diaries out loud to people.
The members of Avenged Sevenfold all came up through the Orange County punk scene, which is not surprising.
We had a punk scene?
Oh yeah, are you kidding me? Like a hard, pop punk and like OC punk was huge in the 90s.
That's weird, but okay.
Sanders and Went performed.
Hold on, the OC is punk. I guess
they were
people...
bored and rich, so they wanted to be punk.
Yeah. That's fair. I'll be like, I guess there's a lot of rich kids. Any bands that came up from that, I'm not like trying to sass you and like demean you, but okay. All right. You may continue with your history.
Sanders and Went performed vocals and bass respectively in a punk band called Successful Failure. Very teenage band name.
Very teenage band name.
Sullivan was the drummer in a ska punk outfit called Bomb Squad, later known as Suburban Legends, which still exists.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Suburban Legends is an actual band.
Yeah.
And Baker played in crust punk bands Society Down and MPA.
What is crust punk?
Crust punk. And don't get mad at me, punk fans. I'm not a big, I'm not a punk historian, okay? But my understanding is that crust punk is a mix, just one of the many subgenres that mix metal and punk. So, like, I saw people say that it was black metal and punk.
Why don't they call it monk then? Which, monk.
I don't know. Don't ask me to tell you the difference between crust punk and crossover thrash or even metalcore, because, apparently those are all different pairings of metal and punk.
I feel like there are better ship names for these things.
Crusty,
It sounds crusty.
I guess so, yeah. And kind of like, it's like, I think I saw it was like a mix between black metal and anarcho-punk.
Words, okay.
Yeah, but anyway, don't come after me, punk fans. I tried my best. The band recorded a demo and participated in a few compilation records, catching the attention of Belgian indie label Good Life Recordings.
Okay, all the way across the sea.
Matt Went left for college in the year 2000, so ex-Suburban Legends bassist Justin Meacham stepped in as a replacement. The new lineup entered the studio to record their debut, Sounding the Seventh Trumpet, in late 2000, which is another Bible reference.
Yes, that one was more obvious to me.
The band decided to take stage names, partly inspired by Guns N' Roses guitarist Slash, and partly motivated to, quote, piss off the, quote, judgmental hardcore scene of the time.
Slash isn't Slash's real name?
No.
Did I know that? Do you know Slash's real name?
No. It's Saul. I think it's Saul.
No. See, names that are real. Slash and Seal. Those are their real names.
I wish they were performed together. I wonder if they've met. His name's Saul Hudson.
I feel lied to and betrayed.
Anyway, like there's an interview with we'll call him Sanders before I reveal what his stage name is.
Mm-hmm.
He was saying that they came up through the punk scene, and the punk scene is like very gatekeepy, especially like teenage OC punk, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you got to prove your authenticity to the punk movement, you know. And they were like, we hate these people. And they because punk was easy to play, I think they like started, that's where they got their start, you know. And they were like pioneers in the metalcore subgenre,
okay,
you know, which they resented. I don't think they ever liked being called a metalcore band. To them, they're like, we want to be a rock band like Guns N' Roses. So they were just like make the punk fans angry by doing things that like aren't punk enough.
So that taking you can get kicked out of the punk.
Taking on goofy stage names is a way to upset the punk fans.
Okay.
Sanders became M Shadows. That's what he's known as today.
What's the M stand for? Rod?
Matt. His first name.
Got it.
Sullivan became the Reverend Tholomew Plague.
That's pretty terrible, actually.
We call him the Rev for short.
Okay, that's better.
The Rev. Baker became Zachy Vengeance.
Okay.
And Meacham became Justin Sane.
Okay, so he liked David Bowie.
Maybe.
So he was a Bowie fan.
Aladdin Sane.
Yeah. Oh, that is a reference to David Bowie, and I will hear nothing else.
In early 2001, before the album had even released, an enthusiastic Good Life had Avenged Sevenfold return to the studio to record an EP titled Warmness on the Soul, which would spawn the band's first music video.
And for all the kids out there that don't know, EP stands for extended play. This is not information that I learned this week.
Needing a second guitarist, Avenged Sevenfold recruited Brian Hayner Jr., son of esteemed session musician Brian Hayner Sr., and a school friend of the Rev.
Cool. What name did he take on?
He took on the name Sinister Gates.
Okay.
For the release.
That's not bad.
Yeah. Sinister Gates. You're starting to hear some names you should recognize if you're an Avenged Sevenfold fan. Trigger warning for suicide.
Okay.
So skip ahead like 20 seconds. In August 2001, Justin Meacham, Justin Sane, attempted suicide, leading to his hospitalization and, according to Shadow's, severe mental impairment. Frank Malcolm, under the stage name Damien Ash, thus joined the band on tour to support their first album.
Okay.
Yep, so he was Justin Sane out.
I hope he was okay.
I tried to look it up. I don't know.
Well,
so, yeah,
maybe it's best to keep out of the public eye.
Yeah, I hope he's okay.
Yeah.
The tour was actually due to be cut short by 2 weeks because Ash had to attend a wedding.
Huh.
So he was like, "Yeah, we're gonna leave. We're gonna take off." And I think the other band members were a little resentful. A chance meeting between M Shadow's girlfriend Valerie DiBenedetto and a friend of the band named Jonathan Seward at a Huntington Beach party changed things. Hearing from DiBenedetto that the tour was going to be cut short, Seward volunteered to play bass on the remaining dates.
Hey, that's good. Also, just so you know, I can't remember what Ash's full name was, but my brain is saying Catchem. So did he...
Damien Ash.
Nope, Catchem. Well, that is a lucky happenstance. And they had played with him before, so they thought that
he was apparently like the younger brother of one of like the other guy's friend. Like,
okay.
They had a high school friend. Their younger brother was this guy.
Okay.
And so they like knew him growing up. Within a few weeks, Seward, under the stage name Johnny Christ, was offered a permanent spot in the band as Ash's replacement.
Bye, Mr. Kitchum.
It's not working out, dude. Goodbye.
Like, I had to go to a wedding. Like, okay.
Christ was a high school senior at the time.
Oh, okay. And he went on tour?
Yep. He dropped out of high school to join the band full time.
I mean, chase your bliss.
It worked out for him.
Yeah. I wonder what his OC parents felt about it. Oh, they were Huntington. But honestly, do what you want. Well, don't do murder and other such crimes.
Yeah, he's still with the band.
All right. If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't work out, you also still did the thing.
And thus, the classic Avenged Sevenfold lineup was complete. M. Shadows, The Rev, Zaki Vengeance, Sinister Gates, and Johnny Christ.
Got it. How much younger was Johnny Christ than everyone else? Just like a couple of years?
I'm guessing 2 years, because if they graduated high school in 99...
Yeah, makes sense.
He was a senior in 2001, so...
Makes sense.
Yeah. The band continued to tour, recorded their second album, Waking the Fallen, in 2003, and were subsequently signed to Warner Brothers Records.
What happened to their Belgium record?
If you're with an indie label and Warner Brothers comes knocking, you leave the indie label.
I guess.
At the time, Avenged Sevenfold was considered part of the metalcore subgenre, which is the crossover of hardcore punk, metal, with songs featuring more screaming and growling than clean vocals.
Okay.
I can provide you an example if you'd like. This is from their first album.
I do not like. This has less growling in it?
Less? I said more.
Okay, I thought you said this is from their first album and this had less growling.
Oh, no. Their first two albums were all metalcore.
Got it.
So that's what that was.
Got it.
You've heard the songs from the new album.
Yeah.
Less so.
Yes, that makes sense. I was not a fan of that thing you just played.
It's actually really funny. 2007 time when I was first getting into Avenged Sevenfold. I remember in gym class, I had a friend named Ben who, we would chat about music and stuff like that. He liked metalcore and stuff like this. So when I told him, oh yeah, I like this Avenged Sevenfold, he's like, which albums? And I said, oh, the new one, City of Evil. And he's like, ugh. They suck now. He's like, he is not a fan of the clean vocals. To him, true Avenged Sevenfold is when they were punk. And he said they sold out.
Well,
so
that's exactly what they wanted to sell.
That's who they wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was not. Yeah. It's just kind of funny that I encountered someone like that. So
you were their target demographic to end their relationship with.
For their next release, the band decided to abandon the metalcore style that defined their first two albums and embrace a more diverse heavy metal style, with influences ranging from Metallica, Blind Guardian, Sonata Arctica, Helloween, Children of Bodom, Guns N' Roses, and Danny Elfman scores.
Scores as in
Danny Elfman is the composer of such films as
Lion King.
No. No. Such films as Edward Scissorhands. Basically everything that Tim Burton's ever done.
I was going to say he's Tim Burton's man.
He is a Hot Topic favorite. As was Avenged Sevenfold at the time.
Well,
I remember I went and saw Avenged Sevenfold live in early 2009. And a lot of emos there.
A lot of emos.
A lot of the Hot Topic crowd, they loved Avenged Sevenfold.
Makes sense.
And you look at these guys and you're like, oh yeah, they were big hits at Hot Topic. M. Shadows told MTV, quote, "When we started working on this record, we said, you know what? None of our favorite bands are super extreme. They just write really good melodic songs that are still heavy. So we decided we didn't want to scream anymore. Instead, we wanted to make a rock record for the new ages. Something with a lot of singing, textures, and vocal harmonies. And we couldn't do any of that with all the screaming." So I totally get it.
Yeah.
They were just like, we don't even like the music we make.
Yeah.
Which is kind of interesting because M. Shadows seemed to be like, he did not like metalcore. He didn't like the fans. He didn't like the music. He did not like other bands who were making music that they pioneered.
Yeah.
He was like, no, we didn't even like listening to metalcore. So we're like, get out of here.
You're like, how did we end up in this line? This was not the line. Why are we in front of this line?
I think at the time it was just like, it's easy to scream. Like he was saying that. It's like, it's totally easy to write a song where you're just screaming. So you don't have to think about vocal melody or anything.
Yeah.
It's like, if you can't think of anything, just scream.
I'm going to take that. I'm going to put it on a shirt. If you can't think of anything, just scream. I'm going to wear it outside. And if anybody upsets me, I'm just going to start screaming.
To better tackle the band's new style, Shadows turned to vocal coach Ron Anderson, known for his work with Guns N' Roses, Axl Rose, and Soundgarden's Chris Cornell.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yep, he told blustering.com, quote, "Ron taught me how to have the grit to my voice while still having the tone. He brought all of that to the table, and he brought the technique to my voice. I've worked with him for about 1.5 years now, but I worked with him for 9 months before the record. I told him that I want my voice to sound different from everybody else, but I wanted those characteristics to my voice. We also had him in the studio, and he produced the vocals on the whole record. It was one of those things that we just wanted to go all the way with. So I was like, good. He's like, no one sounds like him, Shadows. That's totally right. He's like, he's got a very unique voice, which it's like a blessing and a curse. Like he is talented. Like he can hit a note. He can do the vibrato. Like he is a good singer, not a great singer. Like you know what I mean. Like he doesn't have a lot of range. So like you hear songs where like he's really trying, and you can tell like it's almost out of his range, and he's struggling. Yeah, but he's pulling it off.
But can he hit that D?
But it's a blessing.
Note. Can he hit the note D?
But it's a blessing because no one sounds like him. He doesn't sound like every other metal singer out there. So I like it. I like that he's got his own little tone.
I appreciate your opinion. I do not share it.
Not a fan?
Nope. No, I am not. The thing that I kept thinking, listening to all of these songs, was I do not like his voice. I don't like it.
And that's the thing. Like, I think sometimes with rock bands, it's like if you don't vibe with the voice, you don't vibe with the songs.
That's fair.
That's how I feel about other bands. Yeah.
That's how I feel about Beyonce. Cut that.
Recording on the album, titled City of Evil, wrapped in April 2005. The first single, Burn It Down, the first taste of the band's new direction, released June 5th, with the full album dropping the next day.
Oh.
The single was met with derision from fans in the metalcore scene.
Yeah.
They did an interview, and it sounds like the band members were going on to like music forums and were like, oh, they hate it. They hate it. Like, are you familiar with the band Thrice?
I believe I've heard you say them before.
I'm not a fan of Thrice, but I think they're in the metalcore scene too. They came up at the same time, and it's like they were on the Thrice message boards on the internet, and the Thrice fans were like, "Oh, they suck. This song sucks. They're selling out.
They're switching up. You don't have to sell out when you switch up."
And the album sales lagged along until the release of the follow-up single Bat Country in August. And that's when things really took off.
Yeah.
But we'll talk Bat Country a little bit later. That's the history of the album. We can start getting into the songs. I almost was going to have us listen to Burn It Down because that was like everyone's first glimpse of what the new Avenged Sevenfold was going to be. But I found a better song to talk about.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're actually going to open with another single from the album. This one... I think this one was like not as big as Bat Country, but I remember this one being pretty big. This was in Guitar Hero 2.
Honestly, I feel like they were pretty equal. They got pretty equal like play on the music channels.
Well, what
like
song
the videos.
What song is that? What song are we opening with?
The Beast and the Harlot.
Beast and the Harlot. Listen, I want to praise the production of this album. These arrangements are so big.
They are honestly.
Yeah, and hold on. You can hear the drum fills there. Like it's insane. The rev is so good.
Yeah, I definitely can say I hear him. Typically, drums are so important. They're the backbone of music in general. If something is missing drums, you feel it. But sometimes when drums are there, I don't necessarily hear them. I can say I hear the rev often, and I sometimes like, what is the choice? Why are we making that? Why are we hitting a cowbell?
And then Sinister Gates is one of the greatest metal guitarists of our generation. Like he is, it's at this time, like he's one of the best coming up. Like something about him and Zachy together. Like the kind of, they do like the they do the Iron Maiden like twin guitar solo thing, you know, like where they kind of harmonize with each other. Like it just sounds so good.
Right.
Like, they're the best parts of the band. Like, the Sinister Kate's, the Rev, and Zachy Vengeance are like, and then M Shadows brings his own texture to the band because he sounds so different.
Yeah. But musically,
this song rocks. It's so good. This is such a great metal song. The sound of it, you know what I mean? Like the riff, the epicness, the loudness. It's got a fullness. It's got that wall of sound.
Yeah.
And then the subject matter is just so metal. What is it? What's the song about?
I don't know.
Really?
Honestly, for a lot of the things, I was like, what are we talking about?
Someone needs to read Revelation a bit more.
Oh, no. I've never gotten through it.
This song is directly inspired by Revelation 17 and the fall of Babylon. Like
absolutely not.
It is just that passage in the Bible translated into a song.
Hey kids, poetry is not my forte. I like it in spoken word and in songs that make sense to me.
Even even biblical poetry, it's not her jam.
Even biblical poetry is not like, it's so hard for me to get through it because I'm like, I don't. So no, I had no idea. I was very confused. But okay, cool.
If you'd like me
Teach me, sir.
I will read the NIV version of Revelation 17 here. Some passages of it if you'd like.
I'd prefer the Message.
Oh no, it's gonna sound lame. I'll do that maybe in a second. One of the 7 angels who had the 7 bowls came and said to me, "Come, I will show you the punishment of the great prostitute who sits by many waters. With her the kings of the earth committed adultery, and the inhabitants of the earth were intoxicated with the wine of her adulteries. Then the angel carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness. Then I saw a woman sitting on a scarlet beast that was covered with blasphemous names and had 7 heads and 10 horns. The woman was dressed in purple and scarlet and was glittering with gold, precious stones, and pearls. She held a cup in her hand filled with abominable things and the filth of her adulteries. The name written on her forehead was a mystery: Babylon the Great, the mother of prostitutes and of the abominations of the earth." And skipping ahead a little bit to verse 15, "And the angel said to me, the waters you saw where the prostitute sits are people, multitudes, nations, and languages. The beast and the 10 horns you saw will hate the prostitute. They will bring her to ruin and leave her naked. They will eat of her flesh and burn her with fire. And God has put it into their hearts to accomplish his purpose by agreeing to hand over to the beast their royal authority until God's words are fulfilled. The woman you saw is the great city that rules over the kings of the earth." What all that means, is up for interpretation. I don't think we need to get into it, but we can all agree that's metal, bro.
Yeah, I mean, there are definitely some things that you quoted from scripture that are in here.
100% just from in the song.
Just in words that I was like, yep, okay, that's in the second verse.
Yep. There sat a 7-headed beast, 10 horns raised from his head. Symbolic woman sits on his throne, but hatred strips her and leaves her naked. The beast and the harlot.
Yes, that was a reading from the lyrics.
Yep.
Just in case you were confused if he was still reading from the Bible. No,
that was the lyrics.
They are very similar.
And then the chorus of sorts says, "She's a dwelling place for demons. She's a cage for every unclean spirit, every filthy bird, and makes us drink the poison wine to fornicating with our kings. Fallen now is Babylon the Great." So this song is about Babylon the Great.
Which was the mysterious thing on her forehead.
That was her name, like her name on her forehead. Yeah. This is the whole passage is called "The Fall of Babylon." So.
Got it. Yeah. What about that message?
You want the message version? So the message version of the Bible is a translation that's like for the normies. Like it's for the
like me who doesn't do poetry.
It's like the people who need like I need the most literal, elementary translation of what you're saying.
Look, I don't always use the message, but I do occasionally when I'm like, wait, but what are you saying? I actually just think the message is really funny.
It is very funny.
The message version is so funny. They give you so many synonyms for words because you're like, I don't know if you know this word, so I'm going to give you 3 synonyms.
I'll just read verses 1 through 5 in the message. One of the 7 angels who carried the 7 bowls came and invited me. Come, I'll show you the judgment of the great whore.
Wow.
Who sits enthroned over many waters. The whore.
Wow.
It's capitalized. With whom the kings of the earth have gone whoring.
Goodness.
Show you the judgment on earth dwellers drunk on her whorish lust.
Okay.
There's a metal band name right there. Whorish lust.
Oh my goodness. The message is going too hard. Calm down. Calm down, my guy. Tuck your shirt tails in.
In the spirit, he carried me out in the desert. I saw a woman mounted on a scarlet beast, stuffed with blasphemies. The beast had 7 heads and 10 horns. The woman was dressed in purple and scarlet, festooned with gold and gems and pearls.
Festooned?
She held a gold chalice in her hand, brimming with defiling obscenities, her foul fornications.
Ugh.
A riddle name, riddle hyphen name, was branded on her forehead. Great Babylon, mother of horrors and abominations of the earth.
Okay. Well, just as metal, but way more rude.
It's metal, dude.
Way more rude. Oh, man.
Nothing's more metal than the Bible. It's so funny.
I mean, you know what they say, iron sharpens iron.
Anything you wanted to pick out about this song? Or does this enlighten your understanding of this song?
No, but it does give me like, because a question I had I wrote around the last song, what after reading and listening through them was like, they got a lot to say about like specifically the monotheistic religion of Christianity, whatever subset you're talking about, but also very much state that, yeah, but I don't actually believe in that in their lyrics. They're talking a lot about it, but also are in the lyrics stating that, yeah, but we don't give any like credence to this. And then also with your history of it saying like, yeah, they didn't seem to be very like religious. And so that like gives me more of a like, okay,
they're like appropriating the Bible.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was like,
But that's a metal thing to do. Like the metal bands do that.
Yeah. That's fine. Or if that is the truth, I think that like it makes him like, how do I feel about that? I don't know, man. Like, I don't think I like it. Not because I'm like, oh, you guys aren't saying the good things about God. Like, no, but it's like one of those things where this is just the feeling I have. I'm not like going to say like, oh, they're evil for doing this, but it feels very much like when people from countries that are not the US and do not have any Black people start making hip hop or music like that, and then they start saying like, yeah, this is Black culture, and they're doing a bunch of like gang stuff and saying like that's what that is. Like, because I'm into hip hop, that is gang, saying they're the same thing without having a true understanding of everything, right? And so this is like, oh, this is the appropriation of taking like, yeah, there are some really heavy metal parts about the Bible. All of it is pretty heavy metal. But it's just like, but we're only going to talk about the slanderous stuff, where I'm like, that's fine, but there should be a balance. And that's like the feeling, or like the feeling of, well, again, taking the other thing where it's not like, well, we're just saying this is all it is. It's just kind of, does that make sense?
It does.
Okay. But so that's just, you asked like, does it give a different light? So that's the light that it gives to me. So it makes me like step back a little and kind of want to read over it again and be like, okay, like, I don't know.
Well, let me defend them a little bit.
Yeah,
I
defend
think
them.
they're Johnny Christ in an interview to V13 said as much, but apparently they wanted to use the city of Babylon as a metaphor for modern society of the time, the decadence of modern society. So let me read his quote here. Quote, "It's just like in the context of the Beast of the Harlot, it was like ancient Babylon, you know, like the city of decadence that was burnt down, you know." He says, you know, a lot. "And for us in the present, it's like everywhere we go, you know, like Vegas or Amsterdam or anything, you know. It's just all those decadent cities with the seedy underworld going on in it. It's just something that we find interesting and we have fun in those places. And, you know, it's like going to Vegas. We always have a blast and we're like 4 hours away, 3 hours if you speed. So, yeah." So, Avenged Sevenfold, in a way, were carrying on the tradition of the raunchy party rock. Raunchy, dirty, decadent, hedonistic party rock of Aerosmith in the 70s, Van Halen, Guns N' Roses. And I would say in the mid 2000s, like the two bands who were really into that, like, you know, kind of drug, sex, and rock and roll party rock. Avenged Sevenfold, even though they were doing more like, you know, fantastical epic stuff too. And Buck Cherry. And it's just, and you know, ironically, I saw them both together in 2009. Buck Cherry is all about, you know, doing cocaine and having a lot of sex.
Okay.
And rocking and rolling.
Yeah. I mean, that defense is defensible. I am not trying to, I think that my thought process isn't to say they shouldn't be doing this at all. But even with Justin Christ. Just Insane was a different thing. Even with that said, I can see the parallels of just kind of what society is, but it's not the only song that rips that way, you know?
Yeah.
So it's the for me the accumulation of it. But that also being said, you only chose 4 songs. 3 of them do that. But maybe that's not all of their stuff. Maybe they're just kind of like, oh, this, I really want to write about this. And I think this is a great foil for it, a great way to present it. And that is fine, right? Like, that's fine. And I'm not saying it's bad for that reason. I'm just saying, oh, that just kind of makes me feel a way.
I do think it's funny that, you know, we read the Bible verse and it really makes like the fall of Babylon, like the Babylon, the evil city, right? The city of evil. That's where the album title comes from.
Right.
You know, this song, it's like, it's a warning. It's like, hey, no, this is bad. You know, this is the path of destruction for this evil city. You know, all of the evil of the earth is culminated here. Whereas Johnny Christ is like, no, man, we love it. It's like, it's a metaphor for Las Vegas. We love Las Vegas.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's the indulgences in kind of the worldly evils. Especially for, like, you know, a group of young men.
That's true.
That's the way it
They're
goes.
very young.
But to dwell on this is a metaphor for Las Vegas, or I guess the music video director, the guy who did the music video, like, said he saw the song as a metaphor for Hollywood and Los Angeles, you know, which is also kind of, you know, glitz and glamour, and
right,
also has like a seedy underbelly kind of thing.
Yeah.
The lyrics: "The day has come for all us sinners. If you're not a servant, you'll be struck to the ground. Flee the burning, greedy city. Looking back on her to see there's nothing around." I just like greedy city. You know, I don't believe in fairy tales and no one wants to go to hell. You've made the wrong decision and it's easy to see. Now, if you want to serve above or be the king below with us, you're welcome to the city where the future is set forever. I don't know. There's a bleakness in the lyric where it's like, I think they recognize it's like, yeah, we're very self-destructive, but we don't care.
Yeah.
So it's sort of like Welcome to the Jungle, right? You know, like in that song, Welcome to the Jungle is describing this like scary, evil place. But at the end of the song, it's an invitation. It's like, well, we're here now. You can join us if you want.
Right. Yeah. I think I definitely see that. I had also underlined the like, now if you want to serve above or be a king with us below. Those are not the exact lyrics. For that same reason that like that there is a choice and that they are, what is it? Recognizing that there is a choice. I don't know, man. The line before, you've made the wrong decision and it's easy to see now if you want to serve above or be a king below with us. So I just, it does feel very much like, hey, there are choices. You've already made the wrong decision, so you can try to climb back up and be a servant, or just stay here with us and we'll have a good time. But like even in verses before that, where we're talking about Babylonian and all those things, the city in jewels and gold, fine linen, myrrh, and pearls, her plagues will come all at once as her mourners watch her burn, destroyed in an hour.
The city dressed in jewels and gold, fine linen, myrrh, and pearls. The blaze will come all at once as the mourners watch her burn, destroyed in an hour. Merchants and captains of the world, sailors, navigators too, will weep and mourn this loss with the sins back to the sky, the peace in the heart.
And I've circled that. I was like, significance of this time. Just the idea that like all of this glitz and glam, even in the lyrics are saying like, yeah, it's going to be wild and glitzy and beautiful and amazing, and it's going to be destroyed in a very short time. And if you are there, you will be destroyed along with it, you know? And it's just kind of that like, that I think upon reading it, knowing what it's based on, and their stance, like the stance of the song, not necessarily whatever, the like, and it's worth it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, man.
This for them, it's like the rock and roll lifestyle is about burning out, you know?
Ugh.
Just going hard as fast as possible.
Hey, Avenged kids, I know you are grown and older than us at this point in real life, but I'm talking to you when you were in your early 20s. As a woman in her mid-30s, burnout is not fun.
Listen, I
burnout is the worst.
The song is kind of sad now that I think about it.
It is.
I don't want to jump, like I don't want to skip ahead, but I think they've learned the lesson that this rock and roll like lifestyle has its setbacks.
Yeah, learned it in this album, or that's okay. Because I was like, I don't see that lesson in this album.
No.
But we'll get to where we went from here.
Sadly,
yeah.
If you know the Avenged Sevenfold story, you know what I'm talking about.
I don't. Are we gonna need trigger warnings?
No.
Okay.
Well, maybe. I mean, yeah. Check those trigger warnings for sure.
Yeah. So I think that like it is those things, right? Because even the few things that I did highlight on my copy of this when I listened to it without any information. Symbolic woman sits on his throne, but hatred strips her. And outside, just reading this, I was like, whose hatred? Like, what is the hatred that is stripping her? And I know that we're going to the Bible. But if we're going to say that this is a mirror of society, if that is, they were like, we're using biblical words and imagery to reflect the society in which we live in, then there sat a 7-headed beast, 10 horns raised from his head, a symbolic woman on his throne, and hatred tears her down or strips her bare. And the idea that like, is it the hatred of this 7-horned king who sits this woman on his throne to laugh at her, ridicule her, and have the world do the same, and having that hatred strip her down, leaving her naked so that she is left with nothing but to be filled up as a dwelling place for demons, right? Like this kind of idea that like we put people, right? It does say woman here. That's a biblical thing, though. But we put people up on this throne so that others can look at them and catalog them. Even your friend was like, oh, they suck now, to put them in this place in society where nothing is hidden, so that there's some people that are holding up that throne being like, oh, this is great, but there are even more that with hatred tear into them, right? Like we know, especially with anyone in any kind of industry, what that looks like and what you are left filled with if you're literally on the boards that these guys are on, or if you look at comments, or you will see an overwhelming amount of hatred before you see anything else. And what does that fill you up with when your joy is stripped,
I think maybe it's like a reflection of like self-hatred, because like when I think of like the image of the woman, here, like it's the image of defilement. And it's just kind of like this, it's like this loss of innocence kind of thing, like self-destruction. And now I'm just thinking of poor little Johnny Christ, this high school senior,
such a baby,
who he dropped out of high school and is now like, and he was talking about, he's like, I wasn't old enough to drink, but the guys would just get me into the clubs, tell me, oh yeah, he's with us, don't worry about it, and they never check my ID. So he's living it up. He grew up too fast.
Yeah.
And I think that's like one of the Hollywood tragedies, like young people looking for glitz and glamour and success, and they live their dreams. They grow up too fast, and it ends up like on the path to destruction.
All I'm picturing is Drew Barrymore, and it makes me incredibly sad.
Michael Jackson.
That's fair. All of those things. I think especially for Johnny Chrysler, right? Like to be that age, I don't clearly remember things as well as you do, right? Like my memory is not as sharp as yours, but I can remember being 18 and 19 and believing I was an adult. And so some of the rules and laws that are put in place that are just like, that's stupid, I'm an adult. Like, let me. And I didn't go around like doing a bunch of drinking, mostly because I have a control issue and I don't want anything to ever allow me to be put in a position where I cannot control myself. So I stayed away from things like that. But like there are things that are like at that age given a key to whatever. like it is quite a special feat for someone to come out on the end of that having not damaged themselves and everyone around them.
Yep. That's a great segue to the next song.
Is it a great segue? Because it feels horrible.
The next song we'll talk about in a second. But I do want to just close out this discussion about Beast and the Harlot with a guitar solo because...
I had something to say about the music too.
Go ahead.
It was the music after the first... I didn't put a timestamp. After the first chorus... It starts off with like a slide whistle sound, and I liked it.
Well, let's see if it shows up here. I'm not sure. That's Sinister Gates just ripping. Mm-hmm. He's so good.
Good job, Gates.
And this was like one of the hardest songs in Guitar Hero 2 as well.
I bet.
So I got to shout them out there because like we're gonna hark on the lyrics a lot, but you cannot dismiss the instrumentality in Avenged Sevenfold.
Yeah.
They are at the peak of their powers here.
I have another one in the next song where I was like, oh, I really like the first two bars of this guitar break. There's no timestamp.
Monster. All right, well, we opened the segment with this song, but now we can actually talk about it. But Bat Country. He who makes a beast out of himself. Finish that off for me.
Gets rid of the pain of being a man.
Yep.
That was good.
They didn't write that.
I didn't think so, but I was like, oh, that must be quoting something, but I like it.
Yeah. Do you know what you want me to tell you what they were quoting?
Is it Tom Sawyer?
No.
What is it?
Well, so it's a direct quote from Samuel Johnson.
Samuel L. Jackson?
And that quote opens both the book and film adaptation of Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Oh.
So they were really harking on the party town, you know, the city of sin type thing. City of evil, city of sin. It makes sense, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Las Vegas. So
yeah.
This song was inspired, like heavily inspired by the 1971 novel Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas by Hunter S. Thompson, as well as the 1998 film adaptation.
Okay.
Have you read or seen those?
Never even heard of it.
You never heard of Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas?
Nope.
Okay, well, I've seen the movie. It's weird.
Why did you look at me like I am an uncultured swine?
I was like, not even to hear about it. Come on. It's got Johnny Depp in it.
Oh, well, I dislike Johnny Depp as an actor.
No, the movie is intensely strange. I don't even like it. And you won't like it. I feel like I want to watch it again just to like understand it a little better, but it is bonkers. It's a movie about Hunter. So Hunter S. Thompson is a gonzo journalist. So he
has a big blue nose.
He would like in order to like get a story or to write a book, he would like live it. And so he wrote this book about going to Las Vegas with his lawyer and just doing a bunch of drugs. It was like a 4-day bender. And he did it and wrote a novel about it. So it's like semi-autobiographical about his crazy bender in Las Vegas. I've got a clip from the film just to demonstrate what this movie is kind of about. This is at the very beginning of the movie.
Okay.
Suddenly, there was a terrible roar all around us, and the sky was full of what looked like huge bats, all swooping and screeching and diving around the car. And a voice was screaming, "Holy Jesus, what are these goddamn animals?" We had 2 bags of grass, 75 pellets of mescaline, 5 sheets of high-powered blotter acid, a salt shaker half full of cocaine, a whole galaxy of multicolored uppers, downers, screamers, laughers, also a quarter tequila, quarter rum, case of beer, pint of raw ether, 2 dozen amyls. Not that we needed all that for the trip, but once you get locked into a serious drug collection, the tendency is to push it as far as you can.
So that's what happens. They do ether, and it becomes a fever dream.
So it was The Hangover before The Hangover?
In a way, it's sort of like The Hangover, which I'm assuming
The Hangover ripped it off?
A little bit.
Yeah,
but,
or was inspired by.
But it's very dreamlike, where the characters do ether, and they just like... They just see things. You know, it's like a psychedelic fever dream where they're walking through the casino and everyone's a dinosaur. It's insane. So this song, Backcountry, is a reference to the beginning of the movie where Johnny Depp, right after that, they're going to stop and pick up Tobey Maguire, the hitchhiker. And Johnny Depp tells his lawyer, he's like, "No, don't stop here. This is Backcountry."
Okay.
Because he's having
tripping.
He's having hallucinations.
Yeah, okay.
He's tripping.
He is, in fact, tripping.
Yep. So the movie starts with the quote, "He who makes a beast out of himself gets rid of the pain of being a man," which, you know, is very apropos for the themes of the film, which is about like, why do people, you know, it's like a meditation on why are people self-destructive? Why do people need escapism in the form of drugs?
Yeah.
You know, why? And it's like weird drug dependency and stuff like that. Like, it's a horror story about drug use.
Yeah.
So this song, in a way, I think is also pretty interesting. I wish I could look up and see how many of these are direct quotes from the book. I just didn't have time.
Yeah.
But I think this song also meditates on the positives and negatives of this self-destructive lifestyle.
Yeah. This has nothing to do with what you just said, but the first part of the first verse, I put Burning Man.
Caught in a fiery blaze, won't lose my will to stay. I tried to drive all through the night. The heat stroke-ridden weather, the barren empty sights. No oasis here to see, the sand singing deathless words to me.
Caught here in a fiery blaze, won't lose my will to stay. I try to drive all through the night. The heat's so gritty weather, the barren empty sight. No oasis here to see. The sand is singing deathless words to me. You help me.
Burning Man?
Or The Road to Las Vegas.
That's fair, but could it just be a Burning Man concert?
Well, in a way, yeah, because that's just as hedonistic and party town.
And there's no Oasis. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Or yeah, with saying obviously that this is based off of movie that is going to Vegas. But I yeah, for me, especially when we get to like the tripping later, I was like, oh, it's Burning Man.
You give us an example.
No.
Because I got as I adjust to my new sights, the rarely tired lights will take me to new heights. My hand is on the trigger. I'm ready to ignite, meaning I'm ready to party it up. Mm-hmm. Tomorrow might not make it, but everything's all right. Mental friction, follow me. Show me what it's like to be set free. He's about to shoot up.
Mental fiction.
Mental fiction. Okay, that falls into hallucination.
Yes, yeah. I was just like, that doesn't say friction, but
it's a little bit of both.
Yeah, I was like, what does mental friction look like? Oh wait, yeah, ready to ignite, meaning for me to light up, ready to be set free. Yeah, it's just the whole thing. I don't have too much to say about this one other than like, yeah, the whole thing is very much like we're about to party, whatever that means. And we don't care how it goes. Like, I don't know. The line, like, show me what it's like to be set free is something that just kind of like makes you ponder, right? Like, so it makes you think the person who's saying it feels trapped, feels locked down.
They're trying to get rid of the pain of being a man.
Yeah.
Which is like this existential dread. This is why people do psychedelic drugs. It's to like free your mind. It's to like escape, you know,
what it is to be a grown-up.
Yeah.
Because it's hard. One of the most terrifying things in the world is being an adult. I get it. I definitely get it.
I think you watch Fear and Loathing. If I was to watch Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas now, I'd understand the deep existential dread that it like kind of is hinted at by the actions of the film.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so the lyrics of this song fit very well with the Buck Cherry song "Lit Up."
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just a straightforward, no frill song about doing cocaine. It is like I love the cocaine. It's the chorus. And where this song differs from that is I think this song actually slows down and actually like meditates on maybe like the realities of this existence, not just like the moments when you're high and set free, but like the moments when you're not and you realize like, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
So the song slows down and breaks down, which is also there to show why Avenged Sevenfold is a little different. You know, they were a little bit more progressive than your standard
I was thinking that when I was listening to it. I was like, oh, are they considered progressive? Because there's a lot of movements.
They are now. They at the time, I think they were flirting with it, you know, and I think the Rev, he's the drummer and one of the chief lyricists at this time. He, I think, was experimenting with different, you know, music styles and different arrangements and stuff like that. So the song slows down, a little bit of a breakdown. And M. Shadow sings, "So sorry you're not here.
Yeah,
I've been chained too long. My vision's so unclear. Now take a trip with me, but don't be surprised when things aren't what they seem." So in a way, it's sort of like, I think that's also a reference to like psychedelic hallucinations. But at the same time, it's like, it's kind of like a melancholy here, you know?
Yeah.
I've been chained so long and my vision's so unclear.
So mine says I've been sane too long, not chained.
Oh, interesting.
So and that was a thing that I was going to talk about because I had circled that.
Interesting.
I had already circled that, but then going back to talking through that it is about a trip, a very long trip. The idea that like this is obviously not the first time I'm doing this, but I tried to go clean. Like, so sorry you're not here. I've been staying too long. Like, you've almost had to get away from somebody who was helping to keep you sober, or else somebody who you were like, nah, we usually trip together, but I can't wait for you. Like, I've been staying too long. My vision is...
It's both. It changes.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So it starts with chained, and then I've been sane so long.
Okay. I was like, is it sane one place and chain another? But mine has it the same way. Both places.
Google has it two different places. So to me, it's sort of like sane. Sorry, the chained makes it feel like, oh, I need to escape this mundane reality, man.
Right.
Let's shoot up. This is great. And then, oh man.
Like, it's been too long since my last hit.
Yeah.
Right. And so that was the thing that I was thinking, because right after, like, it says, now take this trip with me. Right. Like, and that's what it felt like. Right. It feels very much like, hey, you're not here to stop me, or you're not here to do it with me, but whenever you get here, like, let's do this together, because I'm already going.
And then the last verse, I think, is, so sometimes I know why we'd rather live than die. We look up towards the sky for answers to our lives. We may get some solutions, but most just pass us by. Don't want your absolution, because I can't make it right.
Sometimes I don't know why we'd rather live than die. We look up towards the sky for answers to our lives. We may get some solutions, but most just pass us by. Don't want your absolution, 'cause I can't make it right. I'll make a piece out of myself.
I don't know. Like, there's just this existential questioning. Like, we look up towards the sky for answers to our lives, and we don't find it. We're lost. What else to life is there than to just enjoy the little highs?
Yeah. This was actually one of the lines that I wrote down. I was like, I put, they really don't like this God thing.
No.
But then like right after that chorus, towards the end of it'll be two verses down, it says, can't you help me as I'm starting to burn all alone, right? So I put, like, you really don't like this God thing. You're looking up, trying to find help and answers, but you're not getting any, but you're still calling out for help, right?
Yeah.
And the you that they're calling for is probably not God.
No.
But still, it's this kind of, the idea that, like, regardless, this person, this point of view is, I can't do it alone, whatever it might be. I need something. And I tried looking up, I tried this God possibly, but even now I'm here alone, and you couldn't make it, and you're not here with me, but can you help me? You know, just this kind of even within this, like, oh, this cry for, it's a party and it's great, and we're just going to trip and forget everything, and we're going to forget our humanity, and we're just going to be wild, so we don't have to. And still, even within that, being like, but I'm scared, and I need someone to be here with me. Things don't look like they have before. Even in that line that they say, right? Like, don't be scared when things don't be surprised when things aren't what they seem. Even in, like, haha, joking, but it's a joking way is like, hey, it's going to change up, but there's still the fear in that, and the fear in being alone, even when you're changing everything up.
Yep. You have anything else to say before the last verse? Because I got the last verse written.
I liked that the first bars of the guitar break right here.
Do you have a timestamp?
Nope.
Okay. Well, last verse of the song is, I've known it from the start. All these good ideas will tear your brain apart. Scared, but you can follow me. I'm too weird to live, but much too rare to die. I like that last verse. I like that last line, but just because it's kind of, I don't know, it's well written. But
yeah, it's well written.
I don't have too much to say about it.
No.
The rest of the verse, though, it's like, I'm scared. All these good ideas are tearing me apart.
Yeah.
You know, they're damaged now.
That last line made me think of Firefly. We're way too pretty to die. That like the immortality you feel when you're that young.
Yeah, that's kind of like,
Yeah,
in a way,
that's what
that's
it
what
is.
this song is, yeah.
Mhm.
But then, like, slowly, like, some of these guys are realizing, like, oh, man, this isn't going to last forever. I'm a little scared.
Yeah.
Why am I doing this?
Why am I doing this? 1 second while I look at the song to see where I wanted this.
So Jess wants to hear the guitar solo.
I knew where it was. I just didn't know the time. Yeah, and after that, the bass, I was like, oh, it's fine.
So
But
it's-
those first few bars,
It's good.
Yeah.
So as Sinister Gates plays us out, Backcountry reached number 2 on the Billboard Hot Mainstream Rock Tracks, number 6 on the Billboard Modern Rock Tracks, and number 1 on MTV's Total Request Live,
yep,
which is like, I think they were talking about, it's like a song that's almost an over 5 minute long song on TRL.
Yeah.
A straight heavy metal track. That's unheard of in this time.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
very weird. So
but good.
yeah, good job. Like I think they were the biggest metal band in the world for a little while. That's Backcountry.
Yeah.
All right, she's switching gears a little bit. This is a song. This is the last minute edition for me. I wanted to talk about this song because I don't even want to say why. It'll reveal itself in time. But that song is called Betrayed.
Passion in my eyes, I lived it every day.
What are your thoughts on Betrayed?
I thought it was okay.
It's an okay song. This is not my favorite song on the album. I really don't. I wasn't even gonna pick it, but circumstances changed. I never knew what this song was about. Mm-hmm. I always thought, because the chorus says like, "In my dreams, it's me and you." I thought it was some kind of twisted love song. Mm-hmm. Before I reveal what the song's about, do you have any thoughts on, or like, what did you think the song was about?
I thought I did not have enough consciousness to deal with this song. I was pretty sleepy. The things that I felt, because I was like, there's something happening here and I can't figure out what it is, because the whole song is in the first person I point of view, except for one verse which shifts point of view. And I was like, what is this? Feels important, but I couldn't. I was like, I have to turn off the music to sit here and like figure out what this is. And I was like, I can't turn off the music. Rodney gets mad when I don't listen to the music. I was like, this is going too fast. Something is happening, and I don't. What is happening? What is happening?
Now, I admit this song's really sloppy in what it's actually about.
Okay.
I'm also a little like unclear on how things connect.
Okay.
But once I realized why it was, because it was written by M. Shadows, the singer, and now I know why he wrote it. I can kind of piece some of the things together, not completely. This song was inspired by the death of Damage Plan and former Pantera guitarist Dimebag Darrell Abbott. Dimebag Darrell, one of the most beloved metal guitarists of all time.
Okay.
Dimebag, along with 3 others, was shot and killed at the Alrosa Villa nightclub in Columbus, Ohio on December 8th, 2004. So it was like this big tragedy in the metal world. So it happened just before they recorded this album. This is a tribute to Dimebag Darrell.
Okay.
The song is reportedly, according to MTV, written from the points of view of an innocent bystander who witnessed the attack, Shadows himself, Dimebag himself, I believe, and Dimebag's assassin.
Okay.
So the different verses might be different speakers speaking on the tragedy.
Okay.
I cannot, for the life of me, put some of those things together, but that is what MTV said. And I've got a quote from Shadows. Quote, "The music changes to complement the feelings of each of the voices in the song. It was my way of dealing with the whole thing after it happened. I never got to meet Dimebag, but he and Slash are my two greatest guitar heroes." And I think this is the second verse, but it made me like, I saw how this connected to the tragedy. But a smoking gun in hand, now don't you realize what you've done? Put a bullet in his back. Your hero since you were so young. How could you kill the man who brought salvation through your pain? He must mean everything to end it all this shameful way.
A smoking gun in hand. Now don't you realize what you've done? Put a bullet in his back. Your hero since you were so young. How could you kill the man who brought salvation through your pain? It must mean everything to end it all this shameful way. Passion in my eyes.
So whoever this speaker is talking to the murderer.
Yes.
Because the guy who did it was a fan of Pantera. And people have been trying to like determine his motive forever. But some people think he killed Dimebag because Pantera broke up and Dimebag and his brothers started Damage Plan because they didn't get along with the singer of Pantera. And people think maybe this perpetrator felt resentful for how that all went down, and he blamed Dimebag.
Sorry, it's making me think about the Lindsay Ellis video about Yoko Ono and
Yeah, it
Yeah,
made me
it's-
think of so Lindsay Ellis, who's a video essayist.
we love her.
and an author. She released a video recently about the death of John Lennon and how a crazed fan just shot him on the street.
And then the lie that came out of that is all anyone knows, including me.
So in a way, like the death of Dimebag Darrell was, pretty like it was just as shocking as the death of John Lennon, but
Yeah.
in the metal community.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I think that's why they recorded that Pantera cover of Walk, because it was their tribute to Pantera
Yeah.
and Dimebag.
That makes sense. I would say that because that was the one, the verse that you read is the only one that has the you. There's the accusatory you. Everything else is in I. So I would probably lay this at Shadow's feet.
Yeah.
As this would, in my brain as a writer, would be like, I am a fellow fan. How could you? Kind of thing.
Yeah. That's kind of what the whole song is, in a way. Another verse I highlighted. I feel it burn inside, burn in me like the rising sun, lifted into the sky, took away the only thing I loved. I thought after tonight, all your power crumbles in my arms. So don't worry, I'll be fine. When my life ends, I'll leave this scar.
I feel it burn inside, burning me like the rising sun. Lifted into the sky, took away the only thing I love. I know after tonight, all your power crumbles in my arms. So don't worry, I'll be fine. When my life ends, I'll leave this sky.
I think that's the murderer.
That could be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
I think the first verse is Dimebag.
what verse is that?
Passion in my eyes as I lived it every day. How could you throw it all away? In my dreams, it's me and you. There I saw it all come true. As time went by, my faith in you grew. Maybe not. So
that could also be the perpetrator.
Yeah, that could also be the
because like
perpetrator.
it's like this weird. This is not the only song that tries to get in the head of Dimebag's murderer.
Okay.
There have been countless tributes to Dimebag Darrell over the years.
Okay.
But
By other bands.
yes.
Okay.
So like them trying to like, how could you do this to someone you loved? Like, so like the thought that Dimebag took away the one thing I loved, which was Pantera. You broke it up, you monster. I'm gonna get you. I don't know. It's
okay. No, that makes sense. How old was Dimebag when he started in Pantera? Because he might be the verse that I started here so young and helped you get along. Just did it for the love and people healed through us. Don't live your life in vain. Don't take it out on me. You're cracked, so just remember, I'm not your enemy. I don't deserve to fall this way by a man who felt betrayed. Yep, that one's Dimebag.
Dimebag was 15 when he formed Pantera.
Yep. That versus Dimebag. Now I'm doing... Here's the thing. I'm not a sleuth. I don't like mysteries, but if you put it in text, I will find it.
Yeah, he was only 38 when he died. How horrible.
Yeah.
How horrible.
Trigger warning. Sorry, kids.
Yeah, this is a bummer episode.
Well...
That's what happens when you get into metal.
Well, this is not wrong. I can see like this. It makes it make more sense. I'm still, I think, listening to it. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of it musically. I'm not a fan of it. In general, I think as a tribute, it's something. It's interesting.
I got a verse here. I felt so down. Now you're around to rescue me. Every note and every word I'm listening. Yeah. Sometimes problems seem too deep to take. Sometimes I cry when thinking my future looks so bleak. Finally, together we are destined. I know that what's best for us in the end. Someone hear me, someone stop me. Someone listen, why aren't you listening? I think that's also the perpetrator.
Yeah, I don't think there's only one verse to people.
Right.
I think the one that's hard to see, for me to pin down is like the witness.
Yeah, I don't even like maybe the like how could you do that? The you verse. You know, you put a bullet in his back. Like someone saw it happen.
So you okay?
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, that makes sense. It would either be, but I did think that was shadows, but something else could be shadows.
Well, either way, like that the verse about like what? Hey, someone hear me, someone listen.
Yeah,
you know, I feel like I think the song trying to psychoanalyze the killer, right? It's like trying to justify in some little way why someone could do this. You know, it's like this guy was lost and he had no one, and you know he felt alienated. But the music spoke to him, and now that's gone, you know?
Yeah.
Like there's weird desperation. And
yeah.
Because I think that in some ways it's like when your heroes pass away in such a, you know, tragedy, like you got to like find some kind of justification. And this guy's twisted brain.
Yeah.
Is that it?
I think that's it.
I think that's it. That's sad. Rest in peace, Dimebag.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay. Last song we're going to get into. I wanted this one specifically because I like the vibe.
Okay.
And that song is Strength of the World. Are we watching Firefly again?
Can we?
Why? What's the vibe? What's this vibe?
Western in space.
This is one of the first times when I think like, oh, Avenged Sevenfold, they wanted to do more than just straight heavy metal. Like they wanted to genre bend and bring in stuff. And I think I remember like listening to this album like at school in high school. I'm like walking from health class to the parking lot or something.
It's always health class.
Yeah, they walk. It's like the end of the day. You know, school's over. Like we're walking past the pools and the tennis courts to get to the parking lot.
Rich school.
And I'm like listening to this song, like, oh man, this is like a freaking Western. This is great. And they have other songs that are they feel like Danny Elfman's score. You know, they feel like they have songs that almost like they have like I didn't choose this one, but they got like a children's choir, you know, and they'll be doing this stuff, you know, forever, you know, kind of doing their own thing. Like the follow-up album, they're self-titled, has a full-on like show tune, you know, like almost like a musical number. It feels like it's like a heavy metal like Sweeney Todd type song, which I'm sure really played to the Hot Topic crowd. But they're doing all kinds of crazy stuff. So I was like, you know me, I love progressive metal, and they are veering into the progressive here. With this,
and followed them along.
This is heavy metal Western song.
It is 9 minutes long.
It is, and it's 9 minutes long. It's the longest song in the album. Are you surprised?
I am surprised how much you hate your wife.
But hey, let's listen to the metal drop, and then we'll talk about the lyrics. Metal, bro.
It's metal, bro.
What do you think about the lyrics of the song?
It reminded me of a book I read when I was a kid.
What book is that?
Can't remember, but it was a romance novel.
Oh. Why does it remind you of that?
Because somebody is out for revenge.
It's a revenge song. It's a heavy metal Western revenge song.
Exactly what it is. Side note, did you use the opening of this to that video you shot when you were in high school where you were doing
No, but I've always thought the opening of this song would be a great like Western standoff song, you know, because I don't think I'd seen The Good and the Bad and the Ugly at this point, but in high school I remember using the Ecstasy of Gold like song that's in The Good and the Bad and the Ugly during the big Western standoff in the graveyard.
Right.
I did use that for a like Western standoff style video at some point. So like I was already like picturing this song being used in a Western.
Yeah.
And
Feels right.
you know, heavy metal Westerns or sorry, they're not as old as time. But
Spaghetti Westerns.
The Western revenge song is as old as time.
Mm-hmm.
So the story is a man, his outlaws killed his family, so he's out for revenge.
Yep.
Hell or high water.
And both.
And you know, salvation be damned.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go down this, you know, I'm gonna get revenge for myself, and if I go to hell for it, so be it.
Yeah.
That's the song.
That's the song. Who is she? What? She can't be found. I like that it starts off. My story starts the day they said she can't be found. I think that's a solid.
Like bandits kidnapped his wife. You know, he's like, oh man, where's my wife? She's been kidnapped.
I thought Kissing Kate Barlow killed his family.
Well, I assume maybe, you know, maybe it's like, oh, like, or my daughter went missing. Like, what's going on? And then you discover that they've all been killed.
So
like,
everybody's been killed except the she. And
well, no, the she's been killed, and like, oh, she hasn't been around. Where's she been? You know, and like, oh my God, you haven't seen her? You know, maybe this guy's like a cattle rustler. You know, he just got back from a drive, and it's like, hey, where's my wife? Oh, we haven't seen her. Like, what? And then he finds her in the barn, and they're dead. I don't know.
Oh no, that's not what I imagined.
The news so dark, heart stopped, stood silent without a sound.
My story starts the day they said you can't be found. The news so dark, our she's finished. Mother lies with your father and sister too. Cold-blooded, they suffered. Shot down by the outlaws after you.
It's over. She's finished. Mother lies with your father and sister too.
Oh yeah, mother's dead.
Yeah, mother and father and sister too. Cold-blooded. They suffered. Shot down by the outlaws after you. Sorrow swallows my screams.
Oh, the outlaws after you. So like they committed revenge as well, or something. Like he wronged the outlaws or did something.
This is Red Dead Redemption.
Yes.
Not the second one. They're coming after whatever his name is.
It's the cycle of violence, you know. Violence beget violence.
Right. This is Last of Us 2.
Yes. Yes, it is.
All video games I've never seen. I've never played.
Every revenge story is kind of the same. They've all got same theme. It's like the
true.
futility of revenge.
Yes. I'm currently watching a drama.
Metal Gear Rising Revengeance has the same.
Revengeance.
That would have been a great title for the song. Revengeance.
Yeah. The song's pretty straightforward. Lyrically, I think that it's about going out and seeking revenge for what has been done to your loved ones, not caring what it means for your own life or soul or whatever.
Avenged Sevenfold. The dead. Killed all who crossed me in my path. Suicidal. I've never planned on coming back.
Feel power and bring the killers to their knees.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like this idea that this revenge ends with my story ending as well.
Mm-hmm. I did have a question as to why it was strength of the world on my shoulders and not weight of the world. Like, what is the difference?
I don't know.
Do you think?
Strength of the world. I mean, it's like I think like there's like maybe there's like this idea of worldliness versus godliness, you know? And like when I think of like old Western town, like I think of like, you know, like there's this religious sensibility in the people, you know? Mm-hmm. So this like good godly man gave that up to get revenge because circumstances pushed him too far, you know? So it's like world, you know, like I have to, you know, push, you know, I need the strength of the world, not strength of God to do this. Because God's not going to aid me in this quest.
Mm-hmm. This
is not a righteous quest.
Yeah.
It is a worldly one.
If God cared about this wouldn't have happened. Kind of thought process.
Or it's like, I know God tells me I need to turn the other cheek, but I don't care.
He does, in fact, say that at some point in this lyric. He says, I'm not turning my cheek. Yeah, right here. Sitting in silence with heaven above me, I pray every night by their graves. While I search for the closure, I feel it no longer. I can't turn my cheek away.
Sitting in silence with heaven above me, I prayed every night by their graves. While I search for closure, I feel it no longer. I can't turn my cheek away.
So he fought. He tried to use the strength of God to get him through this horrible pain of the loss of his family, but he can't do it anymore. I can't pray at their graves anymore. I need the strength of the world to kill these men. Mm-hmm. It's the only way to get closure.
Yep. Next
But we know that's futile.
I stand before you. I'll sin when I have to, but now I leave your side to avenge my family's pride. So yeah. I agree. This like again, right when I was talking, it was like, yeah, they mention kind of like some God stuff occasionally, but then always like out of hand dismiss it. And with the character of this piece, like that makes sense, and I think it's built up very well. Because at first, when you were like, he was a godly man, I was like, I don't know if I really see that. But then down here, it does. It's like, okay, you prayed, you did these things, and it was not working, so you toss it aside. And so that makes sense as to why it's strength of the world rather than the weight. And strength of the world rather than the strength of God. I think that's pretty interesting.
I want it. I need it. Revenge is dripping from my teeth. Need nothing to feel power and bring the killers to their knees.
Sometimes you just gotta do a little murder.
He's so desperate for the final day. Yeah. It does remind me of Last of Us 2. Like revenge is the only thing pushing you forward at this point. Even your loved ones, the ones you have left, are like, this has gone too far. You need to give up on this.
Yeah,
and
it's
like,
too
no.
much. Stop. Like, no, if you're not going to help me, then I don't need you. Yeah, it's sad.
You do a great AMV with this song and in The Last of Us 2. Even at the end of the song. So far, forever, now alone. A greater punishment on me has been imposed. A killer falling from the light. I miss my family. I'll never be all right. But it's like, I'm assuming that happens after he's got revenge. He killed the killers, but it didn't bring him closure.
Yeah.
Or solace. It's just, a greater punishment on me has been imposed. Mm-hmm. I've fallen from grace. I've given in to sin.
Yeah.
In my own impulses, and God has forsaken me, and now I'm all alone. I miss my family, and I got nothing left.
Yeah, I think even it's alluded to that it wasn't just like, oh, I've killed the people who've killed my family. I killed anyone who stood in my way. So there were people who had nothing to do with it, that were innocent, that were just like, yo, maybe you can't go around murdering. Well, psh, okay.
And now they're gonna come after you.
Yeah,
and
their own families.
The cycle of violence will continue.
Continues forever and ever. But
it's like Kill Bill.
Yeah. But I think that like with this, the I feel like this character, once they do what they have set out to do, it does say suicidal. I never plan on coming back. I don't think they would make it afterwards. And that reminds me of Man Out of Nowhere.
The Man from Nowhere?
The Man from Nowhere. Achi. Where I'm like, yeah, that would have ended real bad.
So the song, it's just a story song.
Yeah.
It's like an action movie as a song.
Mm-hmm.
But I like the vibe.
Yeah.
So heavy metal western to finish things off for us.
Heck yeah.
Do you recommend City of Evil?
No.
You don't?
I mean, yeah. If you're a fan of this genre, then yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. It was fine, but I wouldn't recommend it. Not like I wouldn't not recommend it if someone's like, oh, I'm going to listen to this Avenged Sevenfold. I wouldn't be like, no, but it's like not going to be one of the things I say, right? Like,
well, I recommend it.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the stronger metal albums from this era. They're doing more interesting things. Mm-hmm. Honestly, it's like more radio friendly and listenable.
That's true.
It's like it's kind of funny, like coming from me. But that's the thing. Avenged Sevenfold is kind of like playing both sides. Mm-hmm. They have the radio friendly sound, we're like backcountry, but then they're doing off the wall weird things like Strength of the World with country western sounds, and whatever. So I don't know. It's more interesting and engaging to me than Killswitch Engaged at the time or Papa Roach.
I get it. I don't disagree. I definitely don't disagree. This is just maybe it's too metal for me.
Okay.
Yeah, but so that's just a me thing. It's not bad.
Fair enough. What did the world think of City of Evil?
They thought that it was too heavy and that Rod only chose the songs that hurt.
City of Evil debuted at number 30 on the Billboard 200, selling 30,000 in its debut month, which is like very modest. That's not a lot. As mentioned earlier, sales were slow until the release of Backcountry, which helped make it Avenged Sevenfold's highest-selling album ever. The album has been certified platinum in the United States and gold in Canada and the United Kingdom, selling over 1.5 million copies in the US and 2.5 million worldwide. City of Evil was positively reviewed by music critics. AllMusic, for example, said, quote, Avenged Sevenfold gets all the pieces right and sound like they're having more fun here than in the scattershot approach of the first couple records.
Yeah,
And they were.
they were indeed.
And Metal Hammer said, quote, "They have done it their way. They're having fun, and who the hell can blame them?" Thanks to City of Evil, Avenged Sevenfold won Best New Artist at the MTV Video Music Awards,
Okay.
beating out such names as Angels and Airwaves, Panic at the Disco, James Blunt, Chris Brown, and Rihanna. And they won Best International Band at the Golden Gods Awards.
Okay.
They beat Rihanna as the Best New Artist
That makes sense, though.
in the year of Umbrella.
In the year of Umbrella. They rained on her parade.
And where did Avenged Sevenfold go from here?
Is this the sad?
Got some sads. And also, this is all of Avenged Sevenfold at this point, because we don't think we'll be returning to them, even though they will be showing up on Runners Up.
Yeah.
They got some good albums out there, but
But they won't be on a main show.
We'll see.
The
We'll
main
see.
feed.
We'll see.
Okay.
Avenged Sevenfold followed up City of Evil with their self-titled album in 2008 to strong sales and mixed reception. Even though I think that album rocks, it's got a little piece of heaven, which is like their greatest song. They also released the All Excess DVD, which reportedly sold 11,000 copies in its first week to become the #1 DVD in the U.S.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
that week, I guess. All right, bummer time. On December 28th, 2009, drummer James "The Rev" Sullivan was found dead at his home. He was 28 years old.
Ugh.
Yep. I remember the day it happened. That was a bummer.
Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah,
She's
that was
very young.
that was a shock.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
and like he was like they were just about to release a new album or record a new album. Yeah, just about to record. He wrote his last song like 3 days before he died. Yeah.
Heart attack?
Overdose. Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
And I think maybe that was like a wake up call for the wild living for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope they were all decided to be safer, you know.
I hope so. But yeah,
That's
that was a real
a sucky
shock.
lesson to learn.
Yeah, very big tragedy because like
Yeah.
I think the world would be better with the Rev still around.
Yeah.
You know, just in general, he seemed like a very nice, cool person, very smart, talented guy. So, real sad.
It is. It's a terrible way to have something pushed on you.
Yeah. Despite very real considerations of disbanding, Avenged Sevenfold carried on, announcing in February 2010 that they'd entered the studio to record the new album alongside Dream Theater drummer Mike Portnoy,
Oh.
which was such a weird like connection.
That is weird.
Because they were so like I never really thought of them as like in the same sphere.
Yeah.
But apparently Mike Portnoy is an early champion of Avenged Sevenfold. He heard Bat Country on the radio and like
Called
tweeted
him
about
up.
it. Maybe not even tweeted, but put it on
Tweeted in
on-
2009.
or 2005.
Sorry.
You know, he put on his message board.
Yeah.
This is the greatest thing. You know, so he was a fan of the band and wanted to help him out. He needed a new gig. We can talk about that later.
What?
Um,
Yeah, and maybe this was also their push towards more progressive rock.
stuff, yeah. The album Nightmare, released later that year, debuting at #1 on the Billboard 200. Avenged Sevenfold with Mike Portnoy also performed together at a handful of overseas shows throughout 2010 before Portnoy departed for other projects. This year also marked the beginning of a years-long association with the Call of Duty Black Ops video game series. Avenged Sevenfold has released a single for every Call of Duty Black Ops game.
Oh, wow.
There have been 4.
Okay.
Yep.
Hey, money.
I don't like those Black Ops games, but
The songs
those
are
songs are good. In 2011, the band announced Aaron Illijay, formerly of the metalcore band Confide, as their new session/touring drummer.
Okay.
No stage name.
Oh.
Yeah, he didn't get one. Neither did Mike Portnoy.
They weren't there for the long haul.
In 2013, Avenged Sevenfold officially added Illijay to the group as their first permanent drummer since the Rev's passing 3 years earlier. And they released the album Hail to the King, which would again debut at #1.
All right.
Illijay left the band in 2015, citing creative differences, and Brooks Wackerman, known for his work with Infectious Grooves, Suicidal Tendencies, Bad Religion, and Tenacious D, took the drummer seat. Again, no stage name. Wackerman. Later that year, the band released The Stage, a concept album that marked a full shift towards progressive metal.
Oh.
So I've listened to it. It's good. I think Like, it is totally progressive metal album. I think it's good. Like, the last track on that album is fantastic. It's like basically a heavy metal epic. So, I love those. So.
Right.
Yeah, it's good. And I like that they're just like, yeah, we're just a metal band. We're
just doing prog rock now.
We're just a prog metal band now. Yeah, doesn't matter. We're Dream Theater now. So like, cool. Sounds good to me. The album debuted at number 4, received good reviews, and earned the band its first and so far only Grammy nomination.
Hey, it's pretty good.
Finally, Avenged Sevenfold released their latest album, Life is But a Dream, in 2023 to rave critical reviews, with several outlets naming it among the best rock/metal albums of the year. And I did listen to that in preparation for this episode, and it's amazing. Like, it's so good.
We might actually hear about them again whenever we get to 2023 episode.
I don't know what other 2023 albums I've listened to last year now.
It's now 2024.
Yeah, but yeah, that album's really good. So that's Avenged Sevenfold. That's City of Evil. We're done. And we're not done with the show yet.
No, we're done.
We're going to take a break, and we'll be back after that with Jess's album of 2005.
I'm going to go eat breakfast.
We'll be right back.
Aclamados por la crítica, Avenged Sevenfold, la nueva sangre del hard rock. Avenged Sevenfold, toda la furia de estos chicos malos de California que llega a Chile para llenar tu cabeza de emociones. Avenged Sevenfold y todo su poder en vivo en un espectacular concierto. 27 de mayo, Teatro Caupolicán. Avenged Sevenfold. Venta de entrada sistema Ticketmaster. Produce Time for Fun y The Knife.
Look at this photograph. Every time I do it makes me laugh. How did our eyes get so red? And what the hell is on Joey's head? This is where I grew up.
You said you weren't going to open with it. You specifically told me you weren't going to open with it.
I was always going to open it with it. Already. It's the worst.
You're the worst.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with this. As a matter of fact, we use photograph song as a term in this house.
It's a photograph song. It's coming in. I mean, if you don't know who that is, then, shame on you.
Then you might be Mike Pertuccio.
What?
Wait.
Then you might be Dream Theater drummer Mike Portnoy.
That's the one.
But literally, like, if everyone's heard Nickelback, it's Nickelback, and it's just his album of 2005.
Hey, where are my backies at? I wonder if Nickelback fans have a fan name. I feel like that really isn't a thing.
I don't know, but released October 4th, 2005, the 5th and best-selling album of this Canadian rock band.
Yeah.
All the Right Reasons by Nickelback.
Yeah. Put in an applause sound.
Tell me why are we doing this again?
I like Nickelback. I will say I like Nickelback's earlier stuff. This is probably the last album. No, I bought the one after this, but this is the last album that I really listened to. And it's their best-selling album, and for a reason. And obviously, I'm one of those marks that are like, yeah, I love it.
You're a mark.
You shut up.
You have any stories on this album? Picking it up, listening to it?
I don't remember when I picked it up, But I remember I cried to some of the songs because they were so good.
For real?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Hey you.
Was it this one? Were you crying about
No.
his photographs?
No. I was way too young to look back and miss anything. What was I? I was freaking in the like 12th grade. That's not the grade I was in. I was probably 12 is what I meant. It's like in the 7th or 8th grade. So, you know.
No, not in this song. 2005. You're in high school.
I'm in high school. Look.
You're like a sophomore.
Even though we talked about this a month ago, I don't remember.
I feel like we kind of discussed our histories with Nickelback in our 2001 music episode. I remember hearing. Like, honestly, I don't remember hearing this song on the radio. I heard this song in the those like compilation CD commercials. You know,
Don't you
Buzz
say
ballads.
There you go.
Yeah, everyone loves Buzz ballads.
I don't think everyone loves them. I think you love them.
No.
I think that if they reached out to us for a sponsorship, you would have no choice.
They're not in business anymore.
You would have no choice. So like, hey, we're bringing the buzz back, buddy.
All the best alt rock power ballads.
It's Billie Eilish.
You know, but and then Nickelback became a joke, and like this song's a meme.
Yeah.
Chad Kroger's a meme. Him holding his photograph up to the camera.
But there's so many people. I'm like, Drake's a meme. Like,
yeah, well, he is a meme.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm naming only Canadian artists right now.
Canadians make the best memes.
Yeah. I'm like, I think being able to have that much recognition on your name and on your face on your thing. There's, you know, all news is good news, even bad news is what people say. I don't think bad news is good news. Thanks, but
I tell you what, like Nickelback's kind of just been on our radar lately. We discovered a new, we newly discovered a web series on YouTube called "Why Does This Song Stink?"
Oh yeah.
And the host of that show recently did a little episode on one of Nickelback's new songs,
San Quentin.
Mm-hmm. The song about how Chad Kroger doesn't want to go to jail.
Well,
you know,
who
as if that was a possibility.
Well,
but the joke is the music video for that song depicts a bunch of college-aged young people very excited to see a new Nickelback song perform live.
Yeah.
And when the host verified that, like, he actually went to a local college and asked college students of today, if Nickelback put on a free show, would you go? And almost unanimously, they said, absolutely not.
Yeah, you know, you guys suck. You suck. You guys are just ragging on them. But, I mean, honestly, their demographic is my age, right? Because I grew up on them. There are definitely people that are younger that like it. Like, in the same way you like Pink Floyd and stuff like that. They are many, many years, decades above your time. There are definitely like younger people who like Nickelback.
It's the same demographic of when we were teenagers. It's the people who would like the moms who would follow U2 around in the 2000s. Mm-hmm. That's the crowd who likes Nickelback.
Yeah.
Moms.
Well, I'm not a mom. Well, actually, kids, we're going to make an announcement at the end of this.
Absolutely. Stop that. You stop that right now. I'm cutting that. Shall I talk about all the right reasons and how it was made?
Yeah. Talk about all the right things.
I don't actually.
Happen.
Not a lot of background. Not a lot.
No.
Because we laid the groundwork in 2001. So it's kind of just how this album was made.
Side note: did you just read back over your notes from 2001, or did you go back and listen to it?
No, yeah, I didn't listen to it. As we talked about in our 2001 music podcast, Canadian rock band Nickelback broke big with their album Silver Side Up and the #1 hit single "How You Remind Me."
How does that one go?
This is how you remind me how
I really am. Continue.
The band followed up that success with the album The Long Road, which sold 2 million copies worldwide in 2003 alone, and would go on to be certified triple platinum. So like it's just like a hit after hit after hit.
Yeah.
For these guys. They found the winning formula, you know.
They did.
I'm like, a true artist, maybe they wouldn't try to like just iterate on the formula over and over again. But, you know, these guys, they want to cash that money in.
Your definition of true artist is small.
Following the tour supporting that release, longtime drummer Ryan Vicadol was fired, reportedly because, quote, his heart was no longer in their music. And then he was subsequently sued by frontman Chad Kroeger, who sought to prevent Vicadol from receiving royalties on the songs written while he was in the band. The matter was settled out of court. And that entire incident had me lose a lot of respect for Chad Kroeger. Like, what a scumbag move.
Yeah, that is kind of scummy. Besides the heart not being in the music, was there
that man's owed royalties.
Yeah. No. But I mean, like, was there some other, like, egregious thing that happened that made him go, like, no, you can't have any part of this because of what you've done?
I didn't see anything. I saw some, like, news reports from, like, MTV at the time describing the situation. But just, he was fired, and then he got sued.
How's Ryan doing now?
Don't know. But he was replaced by former Three Doors Down drummer Daniel Adder. And the band promptly entered the studio in January 2005 to record their next album, titled
All the Right Reasons.
All the Right Reasons. So, they found another post-grunge guy to fill in the ranks. And that guy's still there, apparently. Apparently he had to take apparently he couldn't do a show in 2021. So they reached out to Dream Theater drummer Mike Portnoy to fill in for a show. How weird. We just learned that. Remember we said Nickelback's just been on the radar?
Yeah.
There's a YouTube channel that it's like a drum show or
it's
something. Drumeo, where they get high-profile drummers from around the world. Sometimes they bring them into the studio and they play for them popular music tracks without the drum part and ask the drummer to fill it in, guess what the drum would be.
Yeah. And when we say popular, not pop music, though occasionally there is that, it's like a 12-year-old girl figuring out what the drums in a Twisted Sister song sounds like.
Or asking a jazz drummer, like a jazz drumming professor to fill in the drum parts for a Nirvana song.
Yeah. Oh, and they did like a Mr. Brightside one. The thing that's really cool is like they make sure the artist has never heard the song before and then play without drums, so it's their own fills and everything.
Yeah.
And so it's really, really cool. The Brightside one is really good.
So Mike Portnoy of Dream Theater, my favorite band, was brought in and they played for him a Nickelback song.
My favorite band. I mean, they're not, but
that he'd never heard before, and then told the story of how he almost performed with Nickelback on a couple of shows a few years ago.
Yeah.
Which is like the strangest weird connection I've ever seen.
Yeah.
We said we can make a game called 6 Degrees of Mike Portnoy.
Yeah.
6 Degrees of Inner Turbulence.
Yeah.
There you go.
The man is everywhere.
Yeah. But that's all I got for all the right reasons. Like, that's why we were riffing a little bit.
Yeah. It was like, oh, half of that was Mike.
Yeah, fill in time because we've done all this. It's
done all
Nickelback.
this.
You know what Nickelback is.
You know what it means to get a Nickelback. Let's go.
Well, we can listen to some songs.
Okay.
You picked 4 songs.
I did pick, in fact, 4 songs.
And you sent me this song, and I'm holding you to it, even though you tried to back out of it.
Yep.
What is that song?
Rockstar.
I'm through with standing in line. The clubs I'll never get in. It's like the bottom of the ninth, and I'm never gonna win this. Life hasn't turned out quite the way I want it to be. Tell me what you want. I want a brand new house on an episode.
I guarantee you, this song is why country music is in the state it's in. All these modern country stars like heard this Nickelback song and were like, "Yo, country could just be that."
Well, okay, this
add
was
in
many
a
years
little
ago.
like slide guitar, sound, and you've got a top 10
yourself a
country hit as long as you just do what Nickelback did. I looked it up. Wikipedia classifies this as a like alternative country song.
That makes sense. It's the twang. We've had many discussions many years ago about like country music is just a song with a fake accent.
It kind of is now. Yeah, it's just like it could be anything now. Like it's just like pop music with a fake accent and like a slide guitar sound.
I mean, yeah, which is fine. I mean, I like it. Obviously, it's kind of my jam.
What was that like lame? Like it was almost like a country rap song where a guy like did a little dance. What was that song? Remember that one?
Country rap song where a guy did a little dance, made a little love, got down tonight.
It's like Feeling Fancy. Is that what it's called? You going to Applebee's?
Oh, that was also on
Why the Song Stinks.
The song stinks. I can't remember.
I think the song's called Fancy Like.
It might be.
Fancy Like Applebee's.
It might be. I don't know. I was like, I don't like it.
Yes, Fancy Like by Walker Hayes. It's on his album Country Stuff, the album.
Hey, stop promoting other albums on my Nickelback episode.
But it's country rap.
Okay.
You want real country rap, like, I don't know.
A rapper
Old
from
Town
Texas.
Road, you know?
Wow. Okay.
We're getting a lot of weird, like, country and rap crossover these days, too. But Fancy Like's garbage. It is absurd.
Yeah, it is. It's not the worst song I've heard, but
You know, is the worst song I've ever heard. Perhaps the worst lyrics I've ever read. Rockstar by Nickelback. This is horrible. Like these are some of the dumbest lyrics I've ever read. Mm-hmm. And he tries to say, "Oh, I did it on like it's tongue in cheek. Mm-hmm. It's ironic. It's satirical."
When does he try to say that?
In interviews,
Got
like it. I saw plenty of I saw an interview with he did a British radio show or something like
BBC
that.
One?
And the host brought up Rockstar because the Brits love Rockstar. This was their biggest hit in Britain.
Wow.
By the way. And like they were like, let's talk about Rockstar, and then Chad was like, oh, why did we do it? Oh, we're so horrible, you know. Like they were almost ashamed, but they were feigning it. You know? It was like joking because people point this out, but Kroger explained that this was done in jest, and I'm like, sure, okay, that doesn't excuse it. It's horrible. It's not even clever.
Well,
it's barely clever.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I just, you didn't ask me why I chose this song.
Why'd you choose it?
It was less egregious than most of the other ones on the album.
I would agree with that too. Yeah, there are plenty of songs in the running here for worst lyrics I've ever read.
Hey, let's just get in the song, you mean man. At least I never made you watch all the Star Wars. That had some of the worst lyrics I've ever seen.
I won't disagree with that one.
Well, I'll disagree with this.
George Lucas has no business writing a screenplay. Chad Kroger has no business writing a song.
Any song.
No, like hire a lyricist, dude. Like,
well, he is. When he watched it, that's a lyric. There's a lyric in there about he's gonna have somebody write his songs.
Find someone better.
All like joking aside, right? Like putting aside nostalgia. Yeah, the lyrics are something. This one I don't like hate as much as the other because I do take it as very tongue in cheek, and like I played a game with it when I was like reading over it. But some of it is very much like, oh, it's interesting that this is the best album, right? Like there are still things on it, right? Again, I think trying to put nostalgia aside, because with the nostalgia, I'm like, I still sing these songs. I still like them, even though I know like lyrically, I'm like, ooh, it could be better. Like it makes me think about, well, very better. It makes me think about like when we were talking about Brand New and like the like intricacies of those lyrics, the way you close your eyes.
I miss those days.
And like there's obviously a palpable difference, but bringing nostalgia back, it's great. I love it. You can move to it. You can sing it easy. You can get in the moods.
Speaking of nostalgia though, have you ever seen the music video for this song?
I feel like the answer is yes, but I can't remember.
It is perhaps the most 2005 music video you've ever seen because it's a list of like, I would say B-tier celebrities from 2005 lip syncing the song. Like
is Paris Hilton in it?
Yes, I believe she is. I believe Snoop Dogg is in there.
B-tier?
Yeah, he's in the up. It's like Kid Rock's in there, I think. The cast of the what was that Playboy Bunny show?
Oh, that makes sense. He makes many references.
He makes references to the Playboy Bunny.
Is the real
like
life?
The Girls Next Door or something like that. It's about like Hugh Hefner's 3 wives.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nope.
But they're in there. It's like a bunch of like reality show stars from
that makes sense.
that
So
era.
like the real life
Stuff like real world, yeah, stuff like that. You know, it's very like funny. Like in a way, it's almost cute how 2005 it is, and it's like a great cultural artifact. But the lyrics are horrible. One of the people who appear in the video also make appearances in the song itself. That little "Tell me what you want." That is ZZ Top's Billy Gibbons.
Billy.
Yeah.
Billy.
A real rock star.
Hey, 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 hey. 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 Shh.
These lyrics, man.
I had fun with them.
Go ahead.
What? Why? What?
And I was like, I was gonna read some, but
no, read. I played this game. Sorry, I did say read, and then I talked over you. I played this game where I like put X's and checks over things that I would want. Like, oh, if I was a rock star, yes, yeah, no, yes, no. But go ahead, read the lyrics.
I want a brand new house.
Yes.
On an episode of Cribs.
No.
By the way, a very 2005 reference there.
Yes.
And a bathroom I can play baseball in.
No. Cleaning that would be horrific.
And a king-size tub.
Yes.
Big enough for 10 plus me. What a horrible lyric. 10 plus me.
But I want it. I could swim in that bathtub.
I'll need a credit card that's got no limit.
Yes.
And a big black jet with a bedroom in it.
Yes.
Gonna join the Mile High Club at 37,000 feet.
No.
I want a brand new house on an episode of Cribs and a bathroom I can play baseball in and a king-size tub big enough for 10 plus me. For what you need. I'll need a credit card that's got no limit and a big black jet with a bedroom in it. Gonna join the Mile High Club at 37,000 feet. Been done. I want a new tour bus full of old guitars.
You don't like it? You don't like it? You don't think it's clever and nice?
I keep going. Hold on. I'll keep going. I want a new tour bus full of old guitars.
No.
My own star on Hollywood Boulevard.
No.
Somewhere between Cher and James Dean is fine with me.
Who is between Cher and James Dean?
Like, physically on the Hollywood Walk?
Yes.
I don't know. But, like, I think, like, spiritually, right? It's like, I want to be somewhere between, like, one of the greatest pop singers of all time, like, most successful, and one of the, like, brightest prospects in Hollywood who died too young. You know, so it's almost like someone who had all the longevity, someone who had a #1 single in 5 decades, and someone who only had 3 films and then died prematurely. Like,
I could do it. I could fit.
I just like,
It's fine. It's fine.
these aren't
like,
these aren't the worst. Like the James Dean line is like, I highlighted that one because I was like, that one's better. It's decent.
I think, yeah, okay. Like, if I sit here and I like I pick at it, and I don't even have to nitpick. If I just pick at it, it's not going to be tiny picks. I don't disagree with you. The lyrics are silly and not clever for the most part, but I've always kind of read it as tongue in cheek, right? Like, as like when someone like, oh, hey, Rod, what are you going to do if this podcast makes it big? And you're like, I'm going to go to every Dream Theater concert they have. Or I'm going to, like, it just feels like one of those things like, hey, what would you do if you win the lottery? And you just start saying stuff. First, it's like practical things, but then you're like, okay, but what would you do with your like fun money? So like this is silly to me, right? Like and that's why I like don't mind it. That's why I'm like, yeah,
This one's weird though because he is a rock star. I think that's the weird thing to me. It's like they're perhaps the biggest rock band in the world right now. Like, so it almost like rings hollow because it's like, Chad, you are that guy. What are you talking about?
Well, maybe he's singing it for his fans. The fans want to be a rock star. I get it though, right? You're like, this is no, because I think like this made me think. I did make a note that this is a parallel to the rock song that Avenged Sevenfold sung, right? Like about, this is what it is to be a rocker, right?
Like a young,
rich, I'm gonna die young.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know. I like the two kind of not dynamics, the two dispositions, whatever, like the two perspectives on it, where it's like, yeah, I'm gonna, like, at some point in the song, there's a lyric, the girls come easy and the drugs come cheap, because we'll all stay skinny because we just won't eat. And I was like, did they even do drugs? Like,
well, yeah, that's where the Nickelback joke came from.
Huh?
Nickelback is a reference to, like, a dealer
right?
They knew. Like, so I'm like, I think they, like, Nickelback lived the rock and roll lifestyle to an extent, but and this comes down to a question of authenticity, which I think I'm going to keep coming back to. Why do I find it so difficult to consider Nickelback authentic to what they're talking about? Right. Like, they are a rock band. They tour, but I don't know. I can't accept that they. I don't know. Like with Guns N' Roses, for example, it's like they live this gritty, tough life. They saw the worst of the worst. And they lived the high life and the low life.
Right.
Like, I don't know. Nickelback, they don't seem capable of living that. It's so strange.
So you're saying that, I don't know, like, it's not that I disagree, but I don't think you have to, right? I think there are some things, right? Like, there are some things that, like, if you're not a woman, don't write and sing a song about problems that women have, right? Like, I get that to an extent, but, like, as a writer who writes fiction and writes about things that, like, I've never gone through personally, but I can imagine and I can make real and full and realized for my characters, to be told, oh yeah, but your story's inauthentic because you've never traveled to a magical world and had to save it, like, or something like that, which is a little bit of reach. But I write stuff that is more based, like, okay, well, it's inauthentic because you don't have that kind of brother-sister relationship, or you don't know, blah blah blah. So, like, I get what you're saying, but at some point, right, like, I can't, like, condone the kind of thought process of, well, you can't write about that because you don't live that way.
But it's not even that. Like, if it was convincing, there's something inherently present within their music that makes it extremely unconvincing to me. And I can't even put my finger on what it is. But something about the way he sings, the way they play, the way he articulates the ideas makes me not believe him. If he said it with some other kind of conviction, I would, like, be willing to believe him, because they are rock stars. They very likely have encountered plenty of these things, the high life, the grit of touring, the drugs, the sex, the rock and roll. It's like, I'm sure Nickelback's come across that, but I don't believe them, and I don't know why.
And I want to say some of that is just, it might be bias.
Might be,
because,
yeah.
And not because, like, it's easy for me to be like, this is a diary entry before they became rock stars. Like, oh man, what would it be? Like, wouldn't it be great? Like, this is one of those things, there's plenty of people who have songs like, what would I say to my 20-year-old self? Or what did I used to think? And, like, this is very authentic to me in that sense. Like, man, I can't wait to be it. And, like, the tongue in cheek of being like, oh, when I was young, I, like, wanted a bathroom I could play baseball. I wanted to drive the Mile High Club. I wanted to do X, Y, and Z, yada, yada, yada. And that's why it's tongue in cheek. It's young and it's silly. Like, because this is sometimes, like, what people can think. Yeah, this is what the rock star life. And yeah, to some degree it is. But, like, the idea that, like, that's all there, like, all there is. And then as it gets to other stuff, it gets a little bit more.
The song, it becomes more satirical.
Yes,
as the song goes
more
on.
Satirical, but also more like dragging of the industry. Like,
right.
Oh, I'm going to get washed up and have other people do things where it's like, yeah, that does happen actually, and things like that, being like, oh, this is like the peak of what I imagined to be. And then I get into the, like, it's silly and it's more, but, like, honestly, this is kind of what happens in the industry. And that's what I'm looking forward to, and for me, it's really easy to make that connection, to be like, you could just, like, oh, I could, like, write this from somebody else's point of view that would be like, what would it be like? Or this is really what I used to think, right? And that makes it authentic. That makes it like, yeah, this is silly. But I think that there's a lot of things that are like, you don't like it. I'm not saying you, but, like, the collective you, the royal you, don't like it because it's always, like, dragged. It's always put upon in the industry, in the world as a whole. It's like, Nickelback, and I can sit here and be like, yeah, these lyrics are, like, cliche and silly and dumb. And on some of the other songs we're gonna look and be like, oh, cringy or whatever. But like, this isn't necessarily a bad song, right? Like, it's not a good song, but like, it's not necessarily like, I don't know, from the stance of like, I don't believe, it's like, okay, well, what are you trying to believe about it? Like, because I can believe this is his younger idea of it, right? But if you're trying to believe, oh, he's saying this as a rock star now with all of his, like, there are so many facets that we can pull from ourselves. And you can feel how you feel, but I'm also going to like stand on this side of it, like, and advocate. I've decided that instead of saying devil's advocate, I'm just going to say I'm going to be the DA right now. Boom. So, anyway.
Well, I was thinking about it, and I was like, well, let's go back in history. What are songs like this written by rock stars about the rock star lifestyle that are tongue-in-cheek and making fun of kind of how bad it is to be a touring musician? Mm-hmm. And one came to mind, and that song is It's a Long Way from the Top If You Want to Rock and Roll by AC/DC, which is a song about being a rock star, living the life, but also it's about, throwing up on yourself, getting beat up at a club, like silly things. And it's said with like, it was written by Bon Scott, who is a great rock lyricist of the day. There was something deeply authentic about Bon Scott's lyrics where it's like, yeah, that guy lived it. He's a surly Australian guy.
Aussie. That's different. And I'm not going to like dismiss that, but I don't think that's the only experience. I don't think that's the only way people like have thought processes on stuff, right? Like, again, especially if it's from the point of view beforehand, right? Like, he's like, I'm in it and this is what it's like and this is the rock star life. Whereas like before, maybe he'd been like, oh man, when we make it big, I'm going to be out partying, drinking until I'm drunk. That's a different song. I
drink till I'm drunk.
And doing a bunch of stuff, but like without the like harsh realities that he's already lived, right? Like, I think this is sung from a different perspective. And I get it, right? Like, yeah, there are songs that do it better, but I don't think this does it horribly.
Well, you did bring up the lyric, we'll all stay skinny because we just won't eat. And that's like a little bit of satire, it's like, I can appreciate it. There are other layers to the song.
Yeah.
There's the verse, I'm going to sing those songs that offend the censors, going to pop my pills from a pest dispenser. I'll get washed up singers writing all of my songs, which is, a jab at the modern music industry.
Yeah.
Lip sync them every night so I don't get them wrong.
We're gonna sing those songs that offend the senses. Gonna pop my pills from a pest dispenser. Get washed up singers writing all my songs. Lip sync them every night so I don't get them wrong. Well, we all just wanna be big rock stars and live in...
They're like, it's playful for the most part, but there are definitely the parts where it's like, maybe not. And like, there's several lines that are about like Playboy bunnies, play mansion.
Yeah, reread that one.
Get the front door key to the Playboy mansion. Gonna date a centerfold that loves to blow my money for me. There's another one somewhere.
Yeah, he mentions Playboy bunnies like twice.
Yeah. And we'll hang out in the coolest bars in the VIP with the movie stars. Every good gold digger's gonna wind up there. Every Playboy bunny with their bleach blonde hair.
'Cause we all just wanna be big rock stars and live in hilltop bosses driving 15 cars. The girls come easy and the drugs come cheap. We'll all stay skinny 'cause we just won't eat. And we'll hang out in the coolest bars in the VIP with the movie stars. Every good gold digger's gonna wind up there. Every Playboy bunny with a bleached blonde hair. And well, hey, I wanna be a rock star.
And this idea, like, I obviously was not into the bunny scene in 2005 or now, but like the like bringing it up, like there's like the hypersexualization of stuff and talking about like gold diggers and groupies and My High Club, like these are like the main tenets, quote unquote, of being a rock star, and so it's like bringing these things in because those are one, the expectation, and but also two, like the cliche of it, right?
It's very cliche.
It's an easy like grab.
Yeah.
Low hanging fruit. Those are the words. And even that in like having kind of a comment on what the industry looks like and what in general, like not just the music industry, all of the industries, entertainment industries. And so I think there are good things in here, but because Nickelback and Kroger tend to format their music for popular play, it does keep it a lot lighter. Like the other song that you talk about, AC/DC, if it is a single and played on episode, right?
Yeah,
it is played on certain ones.
Yeah, but that's it was a big hit back in the day.
I'm not saying it wasn't. I wasn't there in that day, but like this one is more easily digestible, and I think that's your main problem. You don't like things that are like, okay, what was the point then? You know.
I guess so.
You know, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like I feel that way about a lot of things, but mostly like TV or movies. Like what's the point? What's the point if you're like gonna do this? And I don't discredit that, but I do know there are people who like it, right? Like, and I'm not going to, you know, so yeah. So I can understand your hatred for this and why it's like, this is the worst thing ever. But I'm like, yeah, but
it does commit one grave sin.
What is
for
sin?
A song about being a rock star, and you're talking about Playboy bunnies and living it up, taking Lear jets and all that junk, right? Jet flying, kiss stealing, wheeling and dealing, Ric Flair stuff. Right?
Okay.
If you're writing a rock song about being a rock star, you would think you would include a guitar solo in your song. This
fair.
Song does not have a guitar solo in it.
Well,
I was listening through it and I was like, where's the guitar solo about this rock star song? It's like, of all the songs to not have a ripping guitar solo in, like an overblown one even, like just go off the wall crazy with a guitar solo.
Six of your old guitars.
How could you not have one in this song? It's ridiculous.
I concede that point. That is a little ridiculous.
They dropped the ball hard with that.
They did. Well, maybe was there a drum solo?
No.
Was there any solos?
No. It reminds me of like another like great rock song about being a rock star, which is a Jukebox Hero by Foreigner. You know, and they have a ripping guitar solo.
Like that's how you know they're rock stars.
Gosh, this song, dude.
Oh man.
That pushed me over the edge. I was just like, the lyrics are dumb. The vibe is dumb, and there isn't even a guitar solo in this Rockstar song. What's going on?
What indeed?
Is that all you have on Rockstar?
Well, I had some other stuff that I would participate in the rock, but it was just a little bit.
Go ahead.
VIP with the movie stars, not because I want to sit with movie stars, but I assume it'll be quieter than going with the normies like me. I want to be great like Elvis without the tassels, but then I was like, actually, I don't know that Elvis was that great, but he did have good food, so yes to that. And I want to hire eight bodyguards that love to beat up buttholes.
I wanna be great like Elvis without the tassels. Hire 8 bodyguards that love to beat up assholes. Sign a couple autographs so I can eat my meals for free. I have the quesadilla. I'm gonna dress my ass with the latest fashion. Get a front door key to the Playboy mansion. Gonna date a Sevenfold that loves to blow my money for me. So how you gonna do it? I'm gonna trade this life for fortune.
Because yes, as a lady, I would love to just direct an attack. But that's more or less everything else that I would have wanted from this song.
You want a quesadilla?
Oh my gosh, that sounds so good though. Yes.
Rockstar was voted Record of the Year by the UK public in 2008.
Hey.
The Brits love Rockstar. But the song is also frequently cited as one of the worst songs of all time,
Well,
with outlets like BuzzFeed, Metro, and The Guardian offering harsh criticism.
I'm not going to not, right, like see the points, but everybody needs somebody to fight in their corner. And I will do that, which is why when we do other stuff, we switch places and I just, negative. Anyway, Hey kids, who won that discussion? It was me, right? I was the one. I convinced you?
Next song is a song called Follow You Home.
Seems like you found something to like.
The music's good on this one. Like I was like, that's not the problem. But I would say Rockstar has some of the worst lyrics I've ever heard. Mm-hmm. Follow You Home has the worst lyrics I've ever heard. This song is doesn't even have the small degree of cleverness that Rockstar has.
Song's terrifying.
This song is awful. The meaning's awful. The subject matter's awful.
Yeah.
The tone's awful.
Yep.
As far as the lyrics go, that riff's cool. That's a good riff.
Yeah.
I was like,
if only that had been in Rockstar.
Oh man. Follow You. What is Follow You Home about?
A stalker?
Yes.
Yep. Did you look up information about it?
No. I not a lot going on as far as like the making of this song. Just like some Chad Kroeger decided to write a creepy stalker song.
It's so creepy. So I just want to say, right, like when I was younger, when I was first listening to this, I obviously I really liked the musicality. That's not necessarily obvious because I don't really always talk about it, but I did. But I did really like the musicality of it. And I don't know what it was. It was probably how Kroeger was singing or something like that. But I just really liked the dark feel of it.
It's dark, all right.
Yeah, it's really dark. And I was just like, oh, wow. Like, I like this. I don't know. There's something I like about it. But as a grown woman, this is terrifying. This is not cute. This is not funny. This is so scary.
How's the song start?
Well, you can dig me up a grave and try to stick me in the ground. You can tie me to the bed and try to beat me half to death, but you will never keep me down. Well, you can stick me in a hole and you can pray all day for rain. Well, you can shoot me in the leg just to try to make me beg, and you can leave me there for days, and I'll stay alive.
You can dig me up a grave and try and stick me in the ground. Well, you can tie me to the bed and try and beat me half to death, but you can never keep me down. Well, you can stick me in a hole and you can pray I'll ever rain. Well, you can shoot me in the leg just to try to make me beg, and you can leave me there for days.
Just to follow you home.
Yep, that's it. That's it, right? Like, the song is very much like, you could try to get rid of me, and I'm coming for you, no matter what. Don't worry.
This isn't.
It's good for you.
This isn't romantic.
It's
Chad.
not.
It's creepy, Chad.
It's so scary. Like, it's so scary. And then just the lyrics.
Wait. Before you get to the chorus, I was gonna say just isolated those two that
Verses?
first verse or whatever. It fits I'm now picturing Michael Myers from the Halloween movies. You know, oh yeah, you could try to kill me, you could put me in the grave, or like Jason from the Friday the 13th movies, right? You could do all this stuff to me, but I'm gonna keep coming back. You know,
Yeah.
so it's like, oh, is he writing a horror movie song, like a slasher movie song?
Yeah.
But then the chorus, it's like, no, this is a weird love song. It's a creepy, gross love song.
Yeah.
What's the chorus?
And I will survive, because you're my Mississippi princess, you're my California queen, like the Duchess of Detroit and every city in between. You can slap me in the face, you can scream profanity, leave me here to die alone, but I'll still follow you home.
You're my Mississippi princess, you're my California queen, like the Duchess of Detroit and every city in between. You can slap me in the face and you can scream profanity, leave me here to die alone, but I'll still follow you home. I'll still follow you home.
I'll still follow you home.
It sounds like he's trying to take the victim here a little bit. Like, you could do all this stuff to me, but I'll keep coming back because I love you so much.
It's
I don't deserve to be slapped in the face.
so
yelled at.
bad. It's okay. So like,
Did you choose the song because it's so bad?
no, I chose the song just because it's like this was one of my favorite songs off the album, right? Like regardless, like, and nostalgia and yada yada yada. I was like, no, I didn't choose Photograph because obviously it was a good song and I definitely sang it a lot, but it's like, okay, I don't want to talk about Photograph, but let me talk about the songs I did like off the album that didn't get like a lot of radio play. Well, some did. And I like genuinely liked the song, so I wanted to talk about it. Again, right, this idea of like, I know I liked it a lot, but like when I remove nostalgia, like this is horrifying. Upon reading it, like after the first two verses, it makes me think of a campfire song that I sang the one and only time I ever went to a camp, which was called "The Cat Came Back." Have you ever heard of it?
Maybe.
I reference it occasionally, but it's like one of those things I feel like no one's ever heard. And I was like, I could find the lyrics online, right? I can, and I did. I'm going to read this. Old Mr. Johnson had troubles of his own. He had a yellow cat that wouldn't leave his home. He tried and tried to give the cat away. He found an ocean liner going far, far away. But the cat came back the very next day. The cat came back. They thought he was a goner. The cat came back. He just wouldn't stay away. And then Mr. Johnson does a lot of things, and the cat comes back the very next day. So like, Mr. Johnson gave the cat to a man in a balloon and said, please take this cat and leave it on the moon. The balloon came down about 90 miles away where the cat is now. Well, no one wants to say, but the cat came back the very next day. Mr. Johnson gave the cat to a fellow going west and said, this cat is a present for the one you love best. First train hit the track and then it bounced on the rail. Not a person stayed around to tell the gruesome tale. Like the train overturned, but the cat came back the next day. And then the cat was now a father of a family of his own. He lived with Mr. Johnson, and there came a cyclone. It tore the house apart and tossed the cats around, and the air was filled with kittens. The cat could not be found, but the cat came back the very next day. And when you sing this in a campfire, it's like, cat came back the very next day. But as you get closer to the end, it goes, and the cat came back the very next. Like it gets more and more haunting. Like there's nothing you can do, and that's what this makes me feel like. Some guy comes up to you, hey, shorty, can I get your number? And I'm so sorry about that accent.
You're my Mississippi queen.
You know, like, come on, babe. And you're like, no, thank you. Well, why? And you give whatever reason. My no is not enough. And like, show up at your workplace. They find out what your car is and they wait at your car. They follow you home. They find your phone number and text you. They contact you through other people. Some of these things have happened to me. And the idea that like, it doesn't matter what you do. Like you could call the police, honestly. And we know this from some other situations. Like you can't get a restraining order if someone hasn't physically harmed you
or threatened physically. Yeah.
And so like there's like, what do you do? Right. Like, and it's just like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Even if you try to kill me, I'm going to come back. But you can't try to kill someone, right? Like, but like you can get to a place where you're like, I want the stalker gone. Like, yep. Let me go to jail. He can't follow me there.
Well, he's got all the alternatives covered. He's got all his bases covered. You can make a couple calls and tell your brothers I'm in town and put a bounty on my head and tell my parents that I'm dead and hope to hell I'm never found. Well, you could steal me the keys to your daddy's Cadillac. Well, you can tamper with the brakes, call it a mistake, and pray and never come back.
You can make a couple calls and tell your brothers I'm in town. Put a bounty on my head and tell my parents that I'm dead and hope to hell I'm never found. You can steal me the keys to your daddy's Cadillac. You can tamper with the brakes and call it a mistake and pray I'm never coming back.
But he's just going to keep following you home.
Yeah. The idea that like somebody is praying that I never come back and I'm still going to like, that's terrible. Like,
what kind of man are you?
Right. Like one, if that person is religious, they wouldn't be like, oh, I'm going to like, it is not a good thing to pray for someone to never come back. Right.
Yeah.
If they're not religious and they've resorted to praying, like, stop.
She's just not that into you.
She's not at all into you. Get some help.
Yeah, the stuff that really hit me is like, man, like not only like, yeah, the just the blatant disrespect, you know, and dehumanization that this guy is showing on the woman that he's, you know, pursuing, I guess, right? But like, it extends to like his family. It's like, I don't respect you. I don't respect your family. I don't respect your brothers or your dad. You know, it's like, what is this?
Yeah.
Right? It's just like, it's a horrible monster. It's
yeah,
a horror
like,
story.
You are a property, and I want that property to be mine.
Because
like,
you're
that's
my Mississippi queen. What does that even mean?
Well, you know, colonization. I mean,
yeah, I guess, yeah.
No, like not in the like land, property, ownership, in the like.
It's like a postcard for me.
Yeah, like, oh, what's move west? There are people there? No, there are not people there. Like, that's very much what it is. It's very much like, oh, it doesn't matter. Like
It's like honestly, like, I think the chorus actually is kind of gross too, in the fact that he's naming all these places. It's like, this is not the only woman he's done this to.
Yeah,
he has a woman in every state that he pursues. You know, it's this song sucks.
It's not great. In fact, it's not good.
No.
In fact, it's bad. That being said, like when it comes on my in my song, right? Like it doesn't come on that often anymore. I sing along. Because nostalgia is a strong drug, like, you know, and I'm like, the music of it, like if you just took all the like vocals out and just played the music track, like that'd be pretty.
It is. I'm telling you, we just need an instrumental version of "Follow You Home," and it's just like a fine like instrumental hard rock metal track.
Yeah, you know? It's good. It's like sad that such a good music. This was the song that decided to go over it, right? Again, that being said, I do enjoy Chad's vocals here. Like, not the words, but just how he's saying it, like the grit in his voice and stuff. Like, I don't mind those. You know, it's just I wanna follow you home. Yeah, if it was something else, right? Like, if it was like, you feel unsafe, I'm gonna follow you home. When I get there, I'm gonna make sure you get inside and then drive away. Like, like, you know,
that would at least been like Chad Kroger's like trademark like goofiness.
Yeah,
like on the nose goofiness.
Yeah.
Like this was just like weird. And this comes back to like other criticism I saw of Chad Kroger, where like all his songs are super juvenile, you know, and like, I love it when you take off your pants. Like, what is that song?
I can't think of the title right now.
It's like a song about how he likes when women take their pants off.
That's
like,
not the lyric, but okay.
But that's the joke. Like,
I
that's
like
the gist.
pants around your knee.
Yeah. Know? Or I don't want to go to prison.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like you can sum up every Nickelback song with the vocal melody to the chorus of this one. You know,
I will say this makes me think of I'm just saying a bunch of look, sometimes I get scary TikToks, but I was gonna show you this one yesterday actually, but it was talking about a guy who was like, a random woman jumped in my truck last night and like I like took off with her, and he was like, I was just about to leave this gas station and a woman jumps in my truck and says, go, go, go. And he was like, look, I'm from the ghetto. Somebody hops in your car and yells, go, you go, because something's going down. I get like a block or two away and I stop at a crosswalk and it's like, okay, lady, you got to get out of my car. Like, I don't know. And she was like, I'm so sorry. Like, she said something like my boyfriend like took my purse and my wallet and he was like, had me trapped and I couldn't And he was like, where's your boyfriend? He's in the truck behind you. And then he's like, as soon as he said that, there's a knock on my door and there's just a man in my window, just all built chest. Like, I don't see anything else. Like, get her out of your effing car. And so I was like, he said, I've played a lot of Grand Theft Auto. So I spun that car around and I opened up my mini map and I just said, GPS, Google, get me to the nearest police station. And I right and I left and I turned and whoop, there it was. And I like let her hop out and go. And I was like, oh, great. And I saw her on the news the next day. That wasn't her boyfriend. That guy had ended her boyfriend and captured her, and she had gotten away. And that's what this song is. I'm so sorry if you heard me flapping paper. Like, you know, it's things like that where it's just kind of like, yes, that's a real thing. I'm probably getting too loud, But yes, that's a real thing. And like reading this and like thinking, oh, the cat comes back and this is like, it's not cute. It's so scary. It's so scary. I went out this morning to do laundry at 5 a.m. and there was a random dude in our gate just walking around, and I went back inside until he left because this is scary. Like, you don't know. I was like, could that guy take me? Probably. He's pretty built. Like, that's something that you have to think about. And now there's just a song that's like, don't worry, you're my princess and you're my queen. Ugh. But I really do like the sound of the song.
Thanks, I hate it. Speaking of the sound of the song, we'll transition to the next track with the guitar solo from "Follow You Home," which is actually performed by Billy Gibson of ZZ Top.
Oh.
There he is again. So they got him in the studio for a couple days.
Yeah, I guess.
Had him do some vocal stuff and then do a guitar solo.
That's why it sounds so good.
You can almost hear the beard in there. Oh, let's fade on that. Let's fade out on that and
Before the singing starts.
Move on to the next song. A song I don't hate as much, but the lyrics are still dumb. But it's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm glad you picked this one.
Yeah.
It changed my whole.
You thought about it? Yeah.
No, it changed how I formatted the first segment.
Oh.
The song is called "Side of a Bullet."
Yeah. For that reason, I have that note too.
What note did you have?
Avenged Sevenfold, money dirt bags. That's what I wrote.
I believe what you're trying to say is that this song, like Avenged Sevenfold's Betrayed, is a tribute to the late Pantera guitarist Dimebag Darrell.
That's
which is wild because I didn't know that Betrayed was a Dimebag Darrell song until I started doing the lyrics. I was like looking at the lyrics trying to decide which songs to pick. You sent me your list, and I had done the like notes for Side of a Bullet, and I was like, oh, Dimebag Darrell, oh, it's a tribute song to him. And then as I'm looking at the lyrics for Avenged Sevenfold, I see this is also a tribute to. I was like, what? Well, okay, so there you go. Like two songs by two very different bands.
very different.
Paying tribute to the late great Dimebag Darrell in the year after his passing. Very interesting connections we have.
Yeah. I didn't know, like, obviously, well, I don't do research for the show, kids. I'm just a guest. I didn't know this was about Dimebag Darrell, but having already done our Avenged Sevenfold segment, I was going through this and I was like, this is very similar. This is very parallel to what we had just talked about. Obviously, I had the name perfectly right. Dimebag Darrell. That's what I said and what's wrote here. Let me just re-record that. Avenged Sevenfold song about Dimebag Darrell. Yep, we're going to put that in. Insert. Yeah, like, wild. Wild that is something that connects. Not necessarily. Like, it makes sense that, like, they like, rock bands have similar heroes and would be feeling the same kind of loss. But wow.
And unlike Avenged Sevenfold, Chad Kroeger and the Nickelback boys, they actually were friends with Dimebag Darrell and Vinny of Pantera.
Oh.
So they knew each other, and I guess they hung out and stuff like that. So
that does make sense because I did feel like this feels more
personal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a quote from Chad Kroeger to MTV. Quote, "I was very upset, and for 2 months, if I saw his picture somewhere, I would get angry. I hadn't lost somebody to a shooting before. It wasn't as though he'd been killed in some sort of accident. He was taken in such a horrible, malicious way that just made it more painful."
Yeah, I was actually going to say when you said more personal, I was like, it sounds more angry.
Yeah.
And angry is like the best way to describe this, I think.
And of all the songs on here, like, I guess the last two we're going to talk about feel the most authentic. There's something in these songs that for some reason we're lacking in Rockstar and in a lot of other Nickelback songs I've heard. I just like,
Right.
I don't know. I feel I connect more with the lyrics emotionally. You know what I mean? Like there's like an oomph.
Yeah.
It opens up with a little bit of a political statement on a Canadian commenting a bit on America.
Yeah.
By way of this horrible shooting that's happened.
Yeah.
Uncle Tom.
Different uncle.
Uncle Sam taught him to shoot, maybe a little too well. Finger on the trigger, loaded bullet. He hit the stage so full of rage and let the whole world know it. 6 feet away, they heard him say, "Oh God, don't let him pull it."
Uncle Sam taught him to shoot maybe a little too well. Finger on the trigger, loaded bullet. He hit the stage so full of rage and let the whole world know it. 6 feet away, they heard him say, "Oh God, don't let him pull it. Please God, don't let him pull it.
Please God, don't let him pull it. How could you put us through it? His brother watched you do it." And then all that's talking about Dimebag Darrell. Like his brother was present on stage with him.
Mm-hmm. It's like listening to it and just having you read it without the lyrics. Like even as I listen to it, I always feel the same. I feel a lot of anger, but reading it without having any of the musicality behind it, it's so visceral. It's so incredibly visceral. The idea of just like that part 6 feet away, like being put in the situation, just imagining being there, crowd goes quiet, there's a gun on stage and someone's like, "Oh God, please no." Like that's so scary and heart-wrenching.
Yep.
Like, and having to like, not having to, he had a choice not to do this, but like feeling like one of the only ways to cope with losing your friend is to write something like this. Like, gosh, that must have been so painful,
Yep. So and for that, I'm like, good on you, Kroger. And like comparing it to Betray, the Avenged Sevenfold we talked about, like this song also is attempting to get into the head of the murderer, right? Like asking the questions like, what would bring a person to do this, right? Yeah. How could you take his life away? What made you think you had the right? How could you be so full of hate to take away somebody's life? And when I heard you let him die and made the world all wonder why,
How could you take his life away? How could you be so full of hate? When I heard you let him die and made the world, I wonder why. I sat at home and on my own, I cried alone and scratched your name in the side of a bullet.
Asking the questions, how could you do this? How could someone be so full of hate? Mm-hmm. What would bring a person to commit an atrocity like this?
Yeah. And even opening it with like the Uncle Sam bit, like vets need therapy. Like, and that's not necessarily what he's diving into, and I'm not excusing it, obviously, but the idea of like, what made you think you could do this? Uncle Sam taught you to shoot a little too well, but didn't teach you how to like come down, how to combat, like, like at first, when I first read the first verse, I thought it had to do with the school shooting, and because and just even going like, "Oh, your brother, his brother watched you do it," I was like, that could be at a school.
It could be.
And then when I got down, it was like talking about a stage and doing I was like, okay, this is about something different. But regardless, like this whole, like getting into the head of, I don't know, man. I don't have much to say about it because it's sad. It's like I'm going to like bounce off of things you say because I'm just kind of like, I chose it because I thought it's a really good and really powerful song. Asking questions. I think there's a lot of, I think when I think of songs about shootings, it's, I don't know. I don't think about them that often because they're sad,
Well, I wanted to start with praise because I do think the song has its heart in the right place. Mm-hmm. And Kroger's just, speaking on his experiences with this tragedy. However, the juvenile Chad Krogerness bleeds through at the end of the chorus when he says, "I sat at home and on my own I cried alone." That's fine. "And I scratched your name into the side of a bullet." Mm-hmm. Implying that Chad Kroger just wants to shoot this guy, which makes me think that's very lame and almost like it sounds inauthentic again. It's like, oh man, if I was there, I would have shot that guy. I would have saved him. I'm going to go out there and, I'm going to get this guy. If he wasn't dead already, I'd be putting a bullet in him. I'm scratching his name in a bullet because this one's for him.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I have to disagree with that. I read this song as, right, like the stages of grief, and this is anger.
Okay. And I believe that.
And I read that as there is a retaliatoriness that comes with being angry about grief, right? Like, this was taken away from me, and what can I do to make it even? What can I do? So, like, this feels very, very authentic to me in that, like, yeah, he probably didn't actually scratch a name on the side of the bullet, but the feeling of, like, you need to be paid back, right? Even as we talk through, like, how do you think that you have the right to take someone's life? How do you think this is okay? But on the flip side, being like, but I can justify it because an eye for an eye. And I think that that's such a natural progression in this stage of grief, and like the actual ferocity of anger that you feel, especially when someone is taken in this way, right? Like, not just like, oh, they died because they were old and they were sick, or they were battling something and it was over a long time, something that was absolutely preventable, So I get it. I get where it's like, was there a better way to say that? Is there something else that you can do? Like, but I think that, like, if that was how he felt even for a second, then it was, like, because I think there were definitely some times where we're like, it would be better if, and they're okay. No, that's not okay.
If he had added more to the song about wrestling with that feeling, like, this is how I feel in the moment. I know it's irrational. I know, it's like, I want to take an eye for an eye, but I know that's not the right thing, or something, like a realization, a reflection, right?
Yeah.
Then I'd be on your side. But for some, like, with all the other context of knowing how Chad Kroeger writes his songs and how on the nose they can be, for some reason, I have to, like, take him at face value here. It's like, no, dude, this guy wants to shoot this guy, but you're Chad Kroeger. You can't. You're gonna die out there, Chad. Like, you're not hard, Chad.
Yeah. Well,
you're not bad. You're not bad.
But okay, so I hear you, right? But I think that, like, Dimebag died 2004? ?
Yeah.
And this song came out in 2005.
Correct.
The album came out in 2005. There is nothing to say that in that year span, he had gotten past the anger. Like, wrestling doesn't, like, I'm wrestling with it. I have not overcome it.
I don't know.
I
just want more emotional depth out of Nickelback. That's what I want. Okay?
I get it. Okay, I think this is very depthly emotional. Shut up. Depth. I think this has a good amount of deep. But I get it. I get what you're saying. I get this one a little bit less than I get Rockstar, where I'm just kind of like, no.
Well, it's better than Rockstar. Like,
yeah.
It has more emotional
No,
depth.
I mean, I get your point in Rockstar more than I get it on this point of, like, authenticity. Again, you're allowed to have your own opinion, but I think, like, I was going through my old poems yesterday in preparation for our Mortified event this month. And I was, like, looking at stuff, and I was like, oh my gosh, it was so angsty and edgy.
This is a 35-year-old man who wrote this song. Whatever.
I'm currently angsty and edgy, and I am also 35. And, like, the idea, like, that we can't be something like that. This is encompassing him in this time. Like, this is what it is, right? And that, for me, feels very authentic. It feels very much more like a photograph of this moment, right? More than anything else. I wonder if he looks back and is just like, yeah, no, I obviously moved past that, and I think that I could have said something, but, like, I wasn't in that place. That's not where that song was written from.
That's fine. It's like, I mean, like I said, there's stuff to appreciate about Side of a Bullet, but for some reason I picture Chad Kroeger actually thinking he could take a guy. If he had been there, he could take the guy. I don't know. Maybe I'm just putting words in his mouth, but that's how I feel.
Yeah. I also think, though, right, like, there are many of us that definitely feel that way about something, There's sometimes when I'm like, oh, man, if I'd been there, would I have been able to X, Y, and Z?
But he's not questioning. It's like, no, I don't know. There's, like, a conviction there.
Yeah, well, white man. And in the wake of his mistake, so many lives are broken, gone forever from a loaded bullet.
And in the wake of his mistakes, so many lives are broken, gone forever from a loaded bullet.
I circled the word mistake. I don't know why. I think it's interesting that it was mistake and not choice. Like mistake means to me like, oh, sorry, I meant to open the other door. you know? Or like, I don't know, mistake for me means like, no, I did mean to do this action, but it was aimed it should have been somewhere else kind of thing rather than.
It was like you took your anger out on the wrong guy. I don't know if maybe that's what he meant. Like, it's like, yeah, you're okay to feel like something's not right, but you made the mistake to think that the answer to your problems was to go shoot somebody.
Yeah, that's definitely a way to read it.
You maybe that was your mistake. You should have sought out relief elsewhere.
Mm-hmm. Well, that side of a bullet.
Yeah, so something interesting that is present in Side of a Bullet is the guitar solo actually features outtakes performed by Dimebag Darrell himself.
Oh.
Yep, during the Pantera days. They're just old outtakes, and they were provided by Darrell's girlfriend, Rita Haney, and his brother, Vinnie Paul. So let's hear Dimebag actually play on a Nickelback song. Pretty sweet.
Yeah.
So rest in peace, Dimebag. And very interesting to have two Dimebag Darrell songs in a mediamade episode.
Yeah.
So
maybe we should just do a dark episode on Pantera. Just kidding.
Maybe one day.
Just kidding.
And the last song we're going to talk about is probably the one that has the most emotional depth. It's what I've been looking for. And that is the song Saving Me. It's the song where the lyrics have the most emotional depth, but this sounds like the most stereotypical Nickelback song of all time. This is How You Remind Me Again. What's the other one from their second album that sounds just like How You Remind Me? I did a mashup when
I don't remember.
Like, it's just that type of song. You know, it's like the very like safe single Nickelback song. Sonically, lyrically, I think there's something. There's something to be said here.
I think it's interesting. I think we might be on opposite sides again, but opposite. Let's do it.
Prison gates won't open for me. On these hands and knees I'm crawling. Oh, I reach for you while I'm terrified of these four walls. These iron bars can't hold my soul in. All I need is you. Come please, I'm calling. And oh, I scream for you. Hurry, I'm falling. I don't know. There's a desperation emotively in the song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like a man who's trapped in society, circumstance, period in life.
Yeah.
And he's calling for someone who know, family, loved one, God. I don't know. Like, I'm like, hey, Chad, you're feeling something.
Yeah.
And I feel it too, I suppose.
Oh, I don't want to rain on this parade.
No, go ahead. What do you got?
No. Keep going.
No.
Again, love the song because nostalgia. But no, I'm not going to say of the ones we've talked about, I hate this the most because obviously Follow You Home exists. But this is on par with that for me. Just because I think it's interesting that you're like, oh, we don't know what you're calling for or what you're trapped for. This feels very toxic and manipulative to me. Show me what it takes to be the last one standing. Teach me wrong from right, and I'll show you what I can be. Say it for me. Say it to me, and I'll leave this life behind me. Say it if it's worth saving me.
Show me what it's like. The last one teach me wrong from right, and I'll show you what I can be. And say it for me, say it to me, and I'll leave this life behind me. Say it if it's worth saving me. Heaven's gates won't.
And this feels very much, even at the beginning, it feels very much like a person who's in a relationship that is ending, that doesn't want it to end. And so they're threatening self-harm.
Okay. I definitely feel the self-harm aspect of the song. Like contemplating
I'm on the
something.
ledge of the 18th story, and all I scream is for you to come, please. I'm calling, and I need you. Hurry. I'm falling. Like, I think it's very interesting your feelings. I don't want to rain on your parade because it was like, oh, I really like that. Like the idea of being like trapped in some kind of society or whatever it is, feeling like I need to be out of this and I need help from someone. But for me, it sounds like someone asking, hey, show me what you need me to be. Like, let me be that. Like, if that's it, okay, well, I'm standing on the edge of the 18th story and I'm calling for you. Like, I will leave this behind. Come here. And I was like,
Well, I'm like, that's not an invalid interpretation, but like if someone is standing on the 18th story, that's pretty close to taking the plunge. You know what I mean? Like when someone's in that position, I'm more inclined to believe that they need help than to accuse them of being manipulative.
I think people that need help can sometimes be manipulative.
Oh, that's true
like,
too.
Not necessarily on purpose, but like I think there's nothing right. I think you're standing that. I absolutely need you to go and seek help. I need you to go do those things. But like being on the other side of that, where it's just kind of like, how many times has this happened, right? Where it's just like, no, this relationship is affecting my mental health and who I am and who I want to be, and we are not good for each other, and we need to break. And the other people like, no, absolutely not. You can't leave me for whatever reason. If you leave me, I will. Like that kind of thing, which I don't know. It looks like you've never heard of that before. Okay, no, it's perfectly fine. But like, there's that very real scenario, that very real thing that has happened to multiple people in my life, where it's just kind of like, I can't keep doing this to myself and being in these things. Like the only reason I'm here is so that they won't hurt themselves, but they're not happy. I'm not happy. I'm like actively also hurting myself, and they won't get help. They won't get help. What am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
And it is one of those things where it's like, hey, refer the higher level of care. But if people don't want to go and they're calling you from the top of a building, how many times do you drop everything to go? Every single time, which would be lovely and beautiful and amazing, right? But like, if you don't hold your ground at some point, right? Like they're just going to keep doing it because that's what they know works, brings you back. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're bringing a lot to this guy. I don't know if this is the first or 20th time this happened.
Absolutely fair. That's absolutely fair. That's why I'm just saying, like, these specific lines make me think of this like situation. It makes me think of that kind of situation, and I was just explaining why.
The opening line of the verse that you just read, Heaven's gate won't open for me, with these broken wings I'm falling.
Heaven's gates won't open up for me, with these broken wings I'm falling. All I see is you. These city walls ain't got no love for me. I'm on the ledge of the 18th story. Oh, I scream for you. God, please, I'm calling. And all I need from you, hurry, I'm falling. Show me what.
Right? I don't know. That evokes to me a person that feels guilty about something they've done. It's like, that feeling that, oh, I'm not even worthy of God's love. You know what I mean? Like I'm an evil man, or I've done something so horrible. Like this is like this deep remorse and regret in life that it's like no one could ever love me or want me.
Right.
I should just end it all. I was like, and that was like, that makes me feel like, oh yeah, this guy's really feeling it. He needs some help.
Yeah. I don't disagree. I absolutely think this person does need help for whatever it is. But the line that you stopped short of the heaven's gates won't open up for me with these broken wings I'm falling and all I see is you. It's the hyper focused nature of it more than anything else. But like pulling that back, right? Like I'm just saying this is what I saw when I like pulling that back and seeing it through your eyes. The idea that like because then the idea that like I'm standing at heaven's gates and they won't open for me. So I'm falling down and I'm looking at you. You're not, from a literary standpoint, you're not looking at God. You know, right? So what is the you that you're asking to save you, right?
Like, maybe he wronged his lady, you know, he hit her, you know, and he feels real bad about it. But I mean, in that case, maybe it is a little manipulative or whatever, but I don't know. Like, who even knows if she can hear him right now? If like he's directing this at her, or just like, you know, just into the ether. It's like, yeah, I feel so bad and there's nothing I can do to win her back.
Yeah. And even with that, right? What comes right after that chorus is show me what it's like to be the last one standing. Teach me wrong from right. The idea, if you're like, oh, they did something wrong, you're like, okay, well, I don't know, Rod. Like, if I like did something to you, like if I actually got really mad and I just started punching you in the face, right? And then you're like, absolutely not. I got to get out of here. We're not going to be. It's like, wait, babe. Show me what it means to be right. Show me how to be the last one standing. We can do this together.
No,
Teach me wrong from right. Right? Like, why am I putting the burden of education on you, whom was attacked? No, you can fix me. We can make this better, rather than like, unless the song is to a therapist, right? Like if this song is to your therapist, where it's just like, show me wrong from right and I will show you and everyone that I can be good, that I can overcome this. Like heaven's gates won't open up to me and I'm falling into your therapist chair. Like that's the only way
I
like
see
these
is you.
Yeah, that's the only way these lyrics work for me, right? Like this could possibly be the song that comes before, like in a movie, or not a movie, in a story standpoint, I'll follow you home, right? Like all I see is you have to save me and I'll still follow you home. Like to me, like that's why I was like, it's on par, because it's just kind of like, hurry, I'm falling, all I need is you, please come, I'm calling, I scream for you, hurry. Like, sir, call the police. Like I don't know. And so that's why I was like, I don't want to rain on your parade. It does make me feel stuff. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. I mean, I don't have a lot of ownership over this, so you know, screw you, Chad. Your lyrics suck.
I'm so sorry.
Jess convinced me.
No, I'm so sorry. No. I said, I think we're gonna be on opposite ends in a different way this time, because I was like, I like the song nostalgically, but.
You know, I'm not here to defend this song too much. So
Did I ruin it?
No,
Did I ruin this segment?
No. I honestly, like all the songs. I think they've built a compelling case about the quality of Chad Kroger's songwriting in particular.
Dang it! Well, you didn't mind Side of a Bullet.
I minded it less.
You minded it less, and you like the guitar riff and Follow You Home.
Is there anything else you want to talk about with Saving Me?
No, I feel like I've made you sad.
Do you recommend Nickelback's All the Right Reasons?
Yes.
Why?
'Cause nostalgia.
If someone's never heard Nickelback before, should they listen to this one?
Yes, Mike, you should. Portnoy. I mean, if they've never heard Nickelback before, I wouldn't be like, oh, you should listen to this album, because it's like, if you like it, their stuff doesn't sound like this anymore. Like this is not the same like music that they're going over, what they're performing, what they want to be. But like, I like it.
I think this album sucks.
Yeah,
and
you do.
It just throw it away. Don't even bother.
You're a hater.
This is it's not good.
Get your Nickelback.
Yeah, I was like, maybe if you can find like the instrumental versions of the songs, like maybe that's a decent listen. But these lyrics are so bad.
Whatever.
Some of the worst rock lyrics I've ever read.
Whatever. Okay.
What did the world think? What did the world think?
They loved it because Nickelback is a household name and everybody loves it.
All the Right Reasons went to number 1 in Canada, New Zealand, and the US.
See?
And it broke the top 10 in Australia, Austria, Germany, Ireland, Switzerland, and the UK.
Everybody loves it.
The album sold more than 12 million singles and over 9 million ringtones.
Hey, I think I might have had the Saving Me ringtone, to be perfectly honest.
What a 2005 metric. It sold millions of ringtones on your Blackberries.
Give it 2 more years and then we're going to have ringbacks.
Your sidekick. Right? Is that what it was?
Yeah, sidekicks.
Yeah, remember the sidekicks. With 11 million copies sold worldwide, it is Nickelback's best-selling album to date and one of the best-selling albums ever in the US.
Hey.
But despite its sales success, the album received mixed reviews from critics. Entertainment Weekly put it this way, quote, "On a good day, they're the musical punchline to jokes about musical mediocrity. On a bad day, they're considered the soundtrack of Satan incarnate."
Wow.
Rolling Stone said, quote, "The band's wordy hooks and big riffs are as meticulously arranged as a $1,000 nativity scene. But All the Right Reasons is so depressing, you're almost glad Kurt's not around to hear it." Like Kurt Cobain.
Wow.
"Look what they've done to my boy."
Wow.
And New York Times called it, quote, "another brash but sullen CD with more of the worst rock lyrics ever recorded."
They don't know what they're talking about.
All the Right Reasons won Favorite Pop/Rock Album at the American Music Awards, Rock Album of the Year at the Billboard Music Awards. Nickelback themselves won Duo/Group of the Year and the Hot 100 Artist Duo/Group of the Year. It won Rock Album of the Year at the Juno Awards, which is the Canadian one.
Mm-hmm.
Nickelback won Group of the Year.
Hey.
And All the Right Reasons was ranked number 13 on Billboard's 200 Albums of the Decade.
Yeah.
Man.
You don't think it deserves to be there? No, you don't.
Of the decade? 13? Man, there's like, I could think of like 13 better albums than this. Easy.
They're already on the list.
Man, where did Nickelback go from here? Because I believe this is our last Nickelback.
This is our last return to Nickel.
Well, they followed All the Right Reasons with the multi-platinum sellers Dark Horse in 2008 and Here and Now in 2011. And then the Billboard Top 5 albums No Fixed Address in 2014 and Feed the Machine in 2017.
Yeah.
Their latest release, Get Rollin', dropped in 2022.
Oh, wow. Yep. The only album title I know the name of is Dark Horse. I was completely out after that.
From what I understand, No Fixed Address is their, it's like their political dance album, I think.
Dance?
Yeah, it's like they went like pop dance for a little while there.
Okay.
And then I think Feed the Machine is the one with Sam Quentin on it.
I don't know who Sam Quentin is.
It's the one where he doesn't want to go to jail.
Oh.
Why
I thought you were
does
saying
this song stink?
Sam Quentin. Like
Sam.
he was a featured artist.
Oh no, San Quentin.
Got it.
One of the most commercially successful Canadian rock acts of all time, Nickelback has sold more than 50 million albums worldwide. However, Nickelback's legacy remains complicated. In 2011, users of the music-oriented dating site tastebuds.fm, which I've never heard of, apparently you like, it's like, what's the dating app where you swipe?
Tinder?
It's like Tinder, but with music.
Okay.
Nickelback was voted by users as the #1 musical turnoff.
Oh, wow.
And in 2013, readers of Rolling Stone named Nickelback the second worst band of the 1990s, behind only
Who?
Creed.
Wow.
The Black Keys, you know Black Keys?
I know of them.
The Black Keys' Patrick Carney told Rolling Stone in 2012, quote, "Rock and roll is dying because people became okay with Nickelback being the biggest band in the world."
Well.
Wow.
Hey.
Savage.
That is very savage. There are different kinds of rock and roll, sucker.
And in 2016, Sally Antonin, a cultural studies PhD student at the University of Eastern Finland, examined the phenomenon of hate surrounding Nickelback in her paper, quote, "Hypocritical BS performed through gritted teeth. Authenticity discourses in Nickelback's album reviews in Finnish media," which sounds amazing. I read a little bit about it. She wrote, quote, "Nickelback is too much of everything to be enough of something. They follow genre expectations too well, which is seen as empty imitation, but also not well enough, which is read as commercial tactics and as a lack of a stable, sincere identity."
Okay. I don't disagree.
I love that. She pulled that quote from some music review. Hypocritical BS performed through gritted teeth.
Put it on a shirt.
Nickelback was the subject of a 2023 documentary film called Hate to Love Nickelback, which examined the band's journey as one of the most commercially successful rock bands of the world and one of the most culturally reviled.
Yeah.
Whatever the case, Nickelback are heroes in their native Canada.
Yes.
Having won 12 Juno Awards over the course of their career, the band was inducted into the Canada Walk of Fame in 2007 and the Canadian Music Hall of Fame in 2023.
If we move to Canada, does that mean you have to convert?
No.
But you should convert. You
I'll
gotta.
No.
Otherwise, they won't let you stay.
That's part of the citizenship
Yes.
test. Do you like Nickelback?
Yes.
That is Nickelback. We did it. Oh, man.
We did it. That wasn't too bad.
Who won?
I
Avenged
did.
Sevenfold or Nickelback?
Yeah. Yeah.
You sincerely think Nickelback put out a better album than Avenged Sevenfold?
Yeah.
She's shaking her head. No.
Am I
but
shaking
saying
my head
yes.
or are you saying that I'm shaking my head?
Nope, she's shaking her head
I mean it.
with her fingers crossed.
Wow. Really? Kids, who are you going to believe?
This is a auditory medium. Speak the truth.
Yeah, I'm not going to give it to Nickelback. I wouldn't necessarily give it to either band, but since that's not how the show works, and I'm not giving it to Nickelback, that means it by default goes to Avenged Sevenfold.
Avenged Sevenfold is the better album. I agree. I think like the music on Nickelback's album is not too bad, but like even as like metal musicians, Avenged Sevenfold does it better. Like Sinister Gates is way better guitar player than any of those Nickelback guys. The lyrics are way better. Even for a song as sloppy as Betrayed, about Dimebag Darrell, I think even the lyrics there are a little better than Side of a Bullet, which is like the strongest of the bunch.
Okay. I don't agree with that.
But all the other songs are clearly better than anything Chadwick Kroger wrote. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
And they took more risks.
Yeah.
There you go. Give a star to Nickelback. No.
Yeah. Give it to Nickelback. He said it. Don't you cut that. Don't you cut that. Don't cut it. Don't cut it.
So there you go. Give a star to Avenged Sevenfold.
You can say that too, but don't cut the other thing.
But as we all know, can't judge a music album on the music alone, right?
Right.
What do we judge it on?
The fan chants and the album covers.
I have for Jess the album covers for City of Evil by Avenged Sevenfold and then
I
All the
already
Right
hate
Reasons by Nickelback. Can you describe City of Evil for me?
There is a skeleton sword man on a golden horse.
Pale
holding the
horse. Excuse me. Pale horse. That's death.
On a golden horse.
It's the pale horse called death.
Holding its golden mane in a bony fist with a graveyard behind it and a bat in the side, and there's a rainbow of fire, and then it says Avenged Sevenfold, and then it says City of Evil in fire, and then it says parental advisory explicit content.
Well, that's on some of them. my copy doesn't have that on my computer, but I think the skeleton man with the bat wings is
an apocalypse.
Well, that's also the anthropomorphized version of their logo, which is called the Death Bat. It's like their mascot, Death Bat. They have a video game called, I didn't mention that, but like Hail to the King, when that album came out, they had a tie-in mobile game called like Death Bat, Hail to the King. And it's like an RPG where you play as Death Bat.
Wow. Do you think we could still download it on our
Probably
smartphones?
not. But good, bad album cover?
I hate it.
Okay. I think it's a pretty sweet metal album cover.
Yeah. It's too much happening. It's too much.
Okay. And tell me what's going on with Nickelback.
It is blue-gray road rushing by with a car driving on a road, and a sunset and gray skies in the background.
It is cleaner.
Yes.
It's classier. This is a classier album cover.
Yes.
And like looking at it, looking at them by side, I think Nickelback's is like just cleaner, nicer.
Yes.
I will say, why was this not the album cover for their previous album? The Road Back.
Yeah.
That's why I always get confused.
Yeah. I don't know why. They didn't have this picture didn't exist before then.
I guess so.
Yeah. If you're gonna ask me what has the better cover, it's definitely Nickelback.
Nickelback is it's classy.
Yeah.
But you can help. We're gonna put this poll up.
We are.
We're gonna ask you, the listener,
You,
who had the better album cover.
the kid.
Was it City of Evil or All the Right Reasons? And you decide.
You decide that I'm right.
Is that it? We're
maybe,
closing in on the end of the show.
Yeah, I think that's it. That's it. We just got runners up.
Runners up. So you get to talk like what could have we been listening to if these albums didn't exist, I guess.
Yeah. So if we weren't listening to Avenged Sevenfold, we could have been listening to Dragon Force Inhuman Rampage.
Dragon Force. I think everyone their first exposure to Dragon Force was Guitar Hero 3.
Mm-hmm.
Through the Fire and Flames, the hardest song in the game. That song is on this album. I remember getting it for Christmas, probably 2007 Christmas, and just listening to it. That album confused us because it was released almost worldwide in 2006, but it released in Japan December 2005.
Yeah.
So it's technically a 2005 album. So
we could have been listening to it.
We could have been listening into it in 2006 if it didn't get that early release. But
yeah.
It is now a 2005 album, and I just so happened to hear Avenged Sevenfold first. I got it earlier in the year.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, 2007 was when I really started getting like albums. So Avenged Sevenfold got in early.
That got in early. What song do you recommend from this album?
Through the Fire and Flames.
That's the one. Okay, so your next and only other runner-up is your favorite band, Dream Theater, the album Octavarium.
Octavarium. Again, this is just the nature of I heard Avenged Sevenfold first. They got in early. I didn't discover Dream Theater until I think 2008, so it just wasn't in the cards. Even though this is one of my favorite albums that Dream Theater's ever done.
Maybe we'll do a dark episode.
Maybe one day.
We won't. Your favorite band is very sad about this. They would have loved for you to talk about your favorite.
This
album.
is like this is combo breaker. We've covered every Dream Theater album until this one.
And this is the one I would have liked to talk about.
Such is the nature of our show. It's not the album we like the most. It's the album that most invaded our life, and here we are.
And he's a very honest man because he could have lied.
I could have lied, but I didn't.
I lie all the time.
If you want a song to listen to from this album, Root of All Evil. It's a great song. It's maybe my favorite Dream Theater song.
I feel like I have that song on my phone.
Yeah, you like that song.
Yeah, it's a good song. I also recommend Root of All Evil.
What do you got?
So for me, there were only 2 albums that could have replaced Nickelback.
Just like me.
The first was The Veronicas. The Secret Life of the Veronicas is the title of that album.
Never heard of that.
Of the album or the Veronicas?
None of it.
They're Australian. They're
Okay.
Iconics. And I actually first heard of them in an anime music video, an AMV, and it was just one of the songs. Yeah, it was one of the songs that was playing in the background of one. That's also the first time I heard Linkin Park was from an AMV as well. And that's not the song I want to lift up. Or if you're gonna listen to, there's really a lot of good songs on this album. I really, really like Heavily Broken. It's a ballad more than anything else, and it's really, really pretty. I will just sing it sometimes. It's one of the only songs I can sing really well because I sing it so much, so it's a good one.
There you go.
And the only other band that I have is Panic at the Disco, Fever You Can't Sweat Out. There's also this is their first album. There are also like a lot of good songs on here. My favorite, and this was during a time when these indie bands were having stupid titles for their songs.
That's their thing. This emo craze. Yeah, we're hitting there.
Yes.
We're in the mid 2000s now.
Yeah. Okay, here's the thing. I like this song.
How long is it? How long is the song title?
It's not that long, but the song title itself is a little bit. So I really I should have put the other song here. But Lying is the Most Fun a Girl Can Have Without Taking Her Clothes Off is the title of the song that I recommend, which is good. There's another song that's on there that I cannot think of what it's called right now, that I probably should have said that title instead because I also really like that, which is good. But yeah, those are the runners up, and they're good.
They are good.
You should definitely listen to Veronica's. That would have been you would have found them annoying. Not because they are annoying, they're just very pop. But they're Australian pop.
There you go. And that's the end of our show. Plugs?
Yeah.
If you like the show, you can follow us on Twitter, on Instagram, on Blue Sky. On Twitter and on Instagram, we are at mediamade show. We're just at mediamade on Blue Sky. I made that account finally. At mediamade on Blue Sky. We got the codes. If you need codes, just reach out. On Twitter, on Instagram, we put up polls and videos and images and fun little things for everyone.
Yes. And polls at the end of the month.
You can support the show in a couple of ways. You can go on your podcast platform of choice and leave us a review and 5 stars. And we really need that stuff.
Yeah.
Show people that we're worth listening to.
Yeah.
You can also, throw us some money. Give us $5 on coffee.com. It's ko-fi/mediamade. You can buy us a coffee with your money. As for me, you can follow me on Twitter at RodTheMaster. I write for a video game website called ZeldaDungeon.net. If you like Zelda, check that out. And what do you got?
If you're looking for me, I have a YouTube that I never use called Taming Tales. I'll probably get back to it at some point. And I have a blog where I post the dramatization, I guess, or dramatization, transcription, novelization. I post the novelization of a D&D game I have with my friends as we're going through the Ravenloft game. We are currently in Cozy Homeworld, so nothing terrible is happening. But we've actually, in real time, reached Ravenloft, and I'm scared, big scared. But if you want to know what we've been doing up to then, you can go to read that at chaosonthetable.blogspot.com. The link for it is also in our link tree, which is in all the show notes.
Yep. And that is the end of our show.
Yeah.
You threw out a song that we could potentially close out with if you're so inclined. Next contestant.
It's bad.
We closing out with it? Is it more bad lyrics?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It is more bad lyrics. I did look this one up too. Ugh.
I was going to choose this one because this is also one of the songs I really liked. Like, I was like, oh, this was one of my favorite songs of the album. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going to talk about that on mic.
It's another song about Chad Kroger pretending to be tough.
Yeah.
Chad, you're no tough guy.
He could be tough.
I don't think so.
You don't know.
He doesn't look like a tough guy. But yeah, next contestant, we're going to close out with that. And we'll be back next time with our TV of 2005.
Bye, kids.
Here comes the next contestant. Is that your hand or my girlfriend? Is that your hand? I wish you'd do it again. I watch you leave it limping, and I wish you'd do it again. I watch you leave it limping. There goes the next contestant.